What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Sunday where we're going to be reviewing Stranger Things Part 1 of Season 4. It's going to be amazing. We have a great panel tonight. Back with us after a long hiatus is Scott from Sporking News Podcast. How are you, Scott?
I am here. It's been about a year, but I am so happy to be back. Yeah, they threw me off. Thank you for being the one that told me it's more than, like, there's still more episodes, because I was so confused. And I don't know why they call it part 1 when there's only 2 more episodes.
Because the 2 episodes are like
movies.
They're like, okay. Well, the first episode is going to be 1.5 hours long, and the second episode is going to be 2.5 hours long. So
wow.
That's basically a movie.
Yeah, they were pretty long episodes, but thank you. Before we get into it, thank you for having me on. I really do appreciate it. I'm back, though. I'm coming on every Sunday.
Scott, take some time off after this.
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. I did. Okay. You've no idea the physical toll the 3 vasectomies have on a person.
They do. And the worst part is when you get one and then you have a baby right after that. Anyways. Yep. I am super daddy duty now.
And also this.
I'm gonna have to saw your arms off.
They'll grow back, right?
Oh, yeah.
Woo.
I'm sorry.
Shooting blanks. Yeah. It'll grow back, right?
I still have those clips.
I love that
from
you
like
still
that
have them.
so long ago, and I just kept it on for the moment that you returned.
That is literally over 1.5 years ago you kept those, so thank you so much for remembering my vasectomy. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. And you're like, wow, Scott's committing that he's going to be here every Sunday now.
Every Sunday.
That's a big commitment.
Even
Scott.
if I don't watch the show, I'll lie.
Wow.
Yep.
I prefer if you didn't, but okay.
No, yeah. I love stranger stuff.
No, I was telling my husband because he's so not into the show anymore, and I was like, I'm gonna go watch Stranger Shit, and then he's like, so that's our nickname for it now, Stranger Shit.
Tell me it's way better this season, right?
Dude, I was surprised. But before we get into that, we got someone else here that's pretty fucking awesome. It's Jane Theory. What's going on, Jane?
Me? Hello. I'm doing great. Happy to be back.
I just noticed that your avatar is like bigger than it used to be.
Yeah, I zoomed in a little bit.
I need it for can you send me the updated version so I can update it on like the thumbnails?
Sure. Yeah, you could do mine too. Oh, did I send you this guy? Classy Spork?
No,
you love that.
No, I have your one from
okay.
Are those stickers
YouTube.
yet?
No, not yet because I'm slow.
Oh.
T-Public. Okay, T-Public is it? I don't even know what it's called. But they keep sending me like, hey, no one buys your shit. Let's put it on sale again. So I go to the link and like I can't even open up the store they gave me. So, you know, I'm gonna have to
still
talk to
haven't been
drunk,
able
he knows
to
people.
Yeah, I'm working on merch for my store, but I still haven't been able to do the linking thing to the channel or anything. Like they haven't sent me anything.
Well, you're 10K though, right? That's when you get. Oh, by the way, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
It's amazing. That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
Riding her coattails, people. No, like once you get 10K, you can start putting your merch down underneath like your videos
but
and streams.
they're supposed to give you like a link.
Okay.
Can link you to that merch store, but they still haven't set me up or anything. And I even asked about it. They were like, it's going to take some time, and it's been like 2 months now.
Now let me ask you something, because you guys are bigger. I don't know, Jane. I think you might have said no, but can you get gifted? Can people gift you?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me too. That's freaking awesome.
Memberships, yes.
Yes, they can
Jane,
gift memberships.
Have you gotten that yet?
I haven't had my membership set up yet. I'm still trying to figure out what to even do for members.
My members know me as the guy who doesn't give them anything. Like I have no perks.
But you've been saying that though. You're like, I have nothing to give you.
I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, so far me too, but I'm working on stuff though. I'm working on stuff. And then speaking of people just being so generous, low watermark here with $25. Saying yes, a good panel. Scott and Jane.
My name's
great stuff, Nina. Thank you so much. We have a great show ahead. We're going to be joined by another amazing person soon. He's speeding through the last episode, George Molo. And also, I sent the link to someone else, which is a surprise guest. If she makes it, it's going to be amazing because she's a huge fan of the show. But
Nice.
we'll see. We'll see what happens. But thank you, low watermark. That was really generous of you. And there's so many other people in the chat, like Keely Chow, Gear Master Gear, Grateful Guy. So many people are here. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Please smash the like, share the stream. Yeah,
Because
let
I'm not
everyone
seeing
know.
it. Didn't send me a notification, and it's not showing you live until I
didn't get
went
a
to your
notification.
channel. So
Oh,
guys,
no.
please share it out.
So yeah, I guess we're being shadow banned because Stranger Things is such a hot topic to talk about. Like, wow.
Well, we
I'm
like
kind
it.
of a
You know
big
they're gonna
deal.
hate it. So
I'm kind of a big deal now, so they
Oh,
probably
is
are
that
trying to
why?
block you. Yeah, I'm like big into conspiracies and stuff, whatever.
Oh my God. What did you say, Jane?
oh, I was just saying, it's one of those sort of cultural phenomenon that if we like it, like this community, they're gonna find a way to bash
know.
it.
It's fucking rare. Like, I actually just I started watching, or I watched RRR, the movie that Chris Gore has been going off about. That movie was fucking amazing.
Okay, I
So
gotta
I'm
watch
doing-
it. I don't
I'm
even know
doing
what
a
it's
review.
about.
Me either.
I'm doing a spoiler-free review of it tonight. It should be on my channel tomorrow, so you guys can check
Okay, I'll
that
watch
out and
that,
then
yeah.
see if it's up
Okay.
your alley. But yeah, it was so good.
Can you
and
just
it's
give me a
also on
world? Like,
Netflix.
what type of world is it today, or is it
It's-
fantasy, or?
It is fantasy.
Okay, awesome.
It's based in the 1920s, and it's a fiction. It's a fictional story, but based on real people. So,
Really?
Oh, really?
yeah, and it's based on when India was taken over by the British.
Oh, so it is a
And,
Hindi movie, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Ah.
it is a
Okay.
Hindi movie, and it's very, very well done.
Yep.
You'll hear all about how well done it is in my review tomorrow.
That's awesome.
Is it Bollywood?
No,
No.
it's not. It's Tollywood, which is which
I've
is
never heard that.
different.
What's that?
Yeah, see, I talk about this in my review because I didn't know either. I thought it was Bollywood, but it's a common misconception that all movies from India are from Bollywood because Bollywood's the biggest one, but
Right.
India has a huge film industry, so they have like different types of movies, and this one was Tollywood.
Oh, okay, cool.
Point of order.
Mm-hmm.
So Bollywood is not like Hollywood, or is it like a Hollywood and they have multiple different ones, or is it a style of?
It's a
film?
style. It's
Like
a style and the location of where it's from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
like
where's
Tollywood is
Tollywood
from the
from?
Telugu in like languages, so that's why it's called
Okay.
Telugu. I think that's what it's called. Sorry if I butchered that.
Oh.
But yeah, I learned this stuff when I was doing the review because I posted this thing on Twitter and I was like, oh, it's got those Bollywood elements, and by Bollywood elements I meant like the singing and dancing. I didn't realize that I was being completely like incorrect.
Oh.
And so like a lot of Indian people came on my comments and were like, this is not Bollywood. They're very, very adamant about it. So
There's like a big thing against
like, ooh.
Bollywood right now, right? Have
Yeah,
you seen
I
that?
guess.
Like
Is
they're
it?
like,
Why-
yeah, they're
why?
cancel Bollywood. I keep seeing that on.
I
Twitter.
don't know what it is, but they were very adamant, and I was like, "Oh, I should probably do my research for the review." So
I
I know
don't know.
I know they had some issues with how they have the whole light skin, dark skin thing,
Okay.
but the stories are so good. I
Oh,
still love
dude.
them.
See, I
Dude,
like
I'm
South
telling
Korean.
you, the movie, like this movie, the reviews are. I mean, the story was just so good. But we're not here to talk about RRR and how good it is.
Okay.
We're here to talk about Stranger Things 4 and how amazing this is because we're talking about Hollywood and how they suck pretty much. I mean, they suck a lot.
Yeah.
So once in a while, they'll come out with something and I'll watch it and I'll be like, hey, that wasn't that bad. And Stranger Things 4 definitely falls under that category. I'll start by saying that for me, season 1 was just a special kind of it was really special. Like there was really nothing like it. And I thoroughly enjoyed that series. In a way, I feel like it should have just been a limited series and then just keep the rest of it as a mystery. I still think that it could have been just by itself.
Yeah.
But at the same time, seeing them in different settings and the kids growing up is also cool in its own way. Mind you, I really, really, really disliked season 2 and I did not like season 3. So I was like,
so do you go best from worst? Do you go 1, 4, 3, 2? Because that's what I go. Okay.
That's exactly what I go.
Yeah.
What about
1 was
you, Jane?
amazing.
1 was just like that's its own tier, I feel like.
It was like a cultural like moment in time. I mean,
Yeah.
it brought back Winona Ryder. Like she was
Yes.
gone for so long and just blew back up. So
And like
They
just put
captured
everyone
the-
on the map.
They
Yeah.
captured that time period so well too. Like
That's
it
another
really
thing.
felt authentic and
Yep.
Mhm.
It
I don't know,
wasn't
I
member
loved it.
berries. Like, hey, you remember D&D?
Yeah.
You remember? No, it was like perfectly
Yes.
placed stuff that I was like, I was a kid in that era. You know, I was 10 in 86. So it's amazing to watch.
It was so good. The same here, Scott. I mean, I was like 4 or 5, but I remember all the songs. Like I remember my mom dancing to the songs and like just, there's so much stuff about the 80s that was
Yeah.
just so it's a time on its own,
You could
right?
take me to HR because I totally thought you weren't even born in the 80s.
Oh my God. That's
Sorry.
awesome.
But
I
they
know,
also
but you
That's
captured-
amazing.
never know if that's rude or not these days.
No. I identify as 30 or 31, so whatever.
Awesome.
It's fine.
They also captured that time period without being too superficial too.
Right.
Like
Mhm.
sometimes when people try to do that, it just comes across as insulting and patronizing.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that.
No, those were kids
No.
from the 80s. Like they played it so well and they weren't reaching. It was two guys. You could tell it was two guys that love film,
Mhm.
love horror, love suspense, love the 80s because they did it so well. And there were so many homages to it. And the
Yeah,
weird-
like
yeah.
It, right? Like
Yeah.
one of the biggest ones was
Yeah.
It, I feel
Yep.
like. And the horror elements and of course
Yep.
the 80s and the kids on the bikes
Yeah,
and
E.T.
just a
I
lot
mean,
of it.
everything. Everything.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
games as well.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
think about
true.
War Games. I didn't realize War Games was, someone said it was 79. I thought that was an 80s movie. But if you call that phone, okay, we'll get to it. I'm sorry.
I actually didn't know that one.
Yeah, War Games is with Matthew Broderick, and it's fantastic. Would you like to play a game?
I didn't know about that
thermal,
one.
Nuclear
Oh.
war. I love that movie. Love it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that one
Yeah,
out.
seriously, it's a great movie. It's definitely dated because I'm talking 79.
No, I get
computer,
it.
But it's
I get
awesome.
it. Keith is right. Season
Yes.
1 was lightning in a bottle, much like Squid Game. I agree. I don't think Squid Game, like season 2, is going to be
I'm worried.
nearly as good
But
as season 1.
It could
I
be.
wouldn't even. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, Jane, you go. I just
I
was
was-
saying it could be.
I was just gonna say, I think it's not even just lightning in a bottle. I think what we had in these rare instances that Hollywood comes up with something unique and quality is genuine creativity. Like if you have artists who are passionate about what they're creating, they really deeply care about it. Kind of like some of the independent artists in this community. And so what they're putting out there is good because it's heartfelt.
Yes.
They put the time and energy into looking at every aspect of it, and they want to give us quality entertainment. It's just that after that, it becomes commercialized.
Yeah.
And that's
and-
what you're totally right. And that's what I felt like what was happening with Stranger Things
Yes.
with season 2 and
The
season
sellout
3.
seasons.
Especially season 3. And here's my beef with season 3 was that I feel like, look, season 3 was in the middle of just insane Trump derangement syndrome. It was in the middle of the election cycle. It was in the middle of Russia Gate. And I feel like a lot of that was reflected onto season 3. And you even had the actors come out and say things like that in promotion of season 3. So it was definitely no way of getting around it. And I felt like there was a lot of anti-Russian rhetoric in season 3. And it just really, really felt off with regards to the other seasons, that even season 2, because season 2 is still in line with the fictional world of Stranger Things versus like season 3, where it was like kind of like taking you out of
Right.
that world
Able
and
to
being
go
like,
from Russia to Hawkins.
Yeah.
Like, let me ask you a question. Season 3 was 84, right? Was that 84? Because if
I-
it was, that's
I
in, like Reagan
so,
getting
yeah.
reelected and stuff. So yeah, they definitely played on that. But this season, thank God, like they went back to the story about these kids and like their parents trying to like figure out what the hell these kids are doing. It was
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah. I really
and
liked
in
this
season 4, one thing that I found a little bit like better than season 3 is that it did still have the Russia stuff, but now instead of it being like this really weird thing where you're like, okay, everyone's Russian and they're all evil,
And they're
you
under the
had
ball.
yeah, and you had good Russian characters, which
Right.
I thought was really cool. Like they kind of showed the both sides, that you can be good or evil. There like depends on who it is and what the character is. And one of my favorite characters in this season was the Russian guy. So I
The
was
guard,
like,
right? The
yeah.
guard?
Yeah,
Dude,
the
I
guard.
literally like they wrote him so well, and that actor did such a good job that I was like
Dead
in that
on.
last episode, I'm like, fingers crossed. Come on, man, you have to live. Like I want to see him take his son to America. Like that's when you know you're into a show
Yeah,
again.
I
Yeah.
mean, so
There's
funny.
stakes.
That's what I was thinking too. Like in the last episode, I was like, I hope this guy makes it and takes his son to America. Like I was just, it was
Same.
so funny because we had the same lineup. I'm trying to find a picture of him right now so that we can show who we're talking
He's
about.
an actor that's been around, and I'm just blanking on other things he has been in because his mustache throws me off in the Russian accent. But I know he has been in 90s and early. I like to call it the early aughts like movies. I just
Yeah.
can't remember.
Do you
who the
think
guy
that
is.
they made the Russians more human this time
Yes.
around and less
Yes.
like cartoon characters? Because that
Yes.
was my like. I don't have a problem with the Russians sort of being like our forever enemy, but
Right.
you have to in a show like this. It's supposed to be grounded. Like there's
Yes.
the fantasy element,
Holy
but
shit! Is that? I'm
people are
sorry.
experiencing this thing
Yep.
or trying to use it in some way.
Is
So
it
it
Robbie
should be more
Williams?
I don't know. I don't know his
I
name.
don't remember his name.
Oh, you know
Hold
who
on.
Robbie Williams is, right? He was like a boy bander from England back in the. Oh no, he plays Tom Hopper. I'm sorry, but wow, I didn't even realize Robbie Williams was in this show. That's pretty crazy.
Is that him?
This is the guy I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're talking about. Let me see. I'm looking too. Yes, that guy. I'm trying to find him right now.
This
If you
dude.
click the little thing, it should show his name. I think one of them.
Oh, like on the info side? Okay, hold
Yeah.
on. Or hold on. It's probably easier just to go to the IMDb.
What the hell am I looking at? Oh, fan casting. Duh. All right. Sorry.
Fan
I'm like, what the
casting.
hell is this? It's IMDb, but they do like a season 4 fan casting. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Wait, what was the guy's name?
It is Jacques and Hagar. That guy.
Oh.
It is Jacques and Hagar, isn't it? That's how I knew him.
Spike.
Wait, he's in Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's him. It is
Yeah.
him.
Oh my god.
I knew him from somewhere. Yeah, he is total Jacques and Hagar. Okay. Wow. Did you figure that out or did somebody else say it? Or 'cause
They
I'm not
said it
even
in
on
the chat.
Spike and Madness. He's on it.
Because I am a huge, well,
Natalie,
books are coming.
what are you doing? Hold on. I sent
Natalie.
your sister the link. Hold on. I'll
Nice.
send you the link
I have not
too.
been able to, actually, I've never streamed with them. They rock. Their channel rocks.
They're amazing.
Yeah, they really are. That's cool.
Oh my
So
god.
getting to meet people through Nina and Shannon. So blessed.
Wait, I have to find Natalie's Twitter now though because her Twitter is like.
Don't
weird.
worry, I got it bookmarked. No, just kidding.
Oh my god. I
That
don't
was
know.
a joke.
You bookmarked it.
Natalie, I don't know where your Twitter is. So I can't DM you right now. I'm sorry, guys. This is so unprofessional at this point in
It's
time.
streaming. It's Natalie, her last name Smith. Natalie R. Grace.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I got it. You want me to send the link?
Yeah, will you just put it in the
Oh,
private
she doesn't
chat?
follow me. I guess I'm not good enough. Sorry.
Oh
I'll put it
my
in the private
god.
chat. Oh,
God.
Natalie, please come on. We need to talk.
For the love of God, Scott.
I'm pretty big deal. I'm a big deal. I'm a YouTuber's YouTuber.
Sandor Knight for $20. Thank you
Nice.
so much. Says
Great
I
name.
was so nostalgic with Stranger Things season 1. That me too. My group was exactly the exact same age as and age the exact same year the show takes place. Moved that group to Nebraska, and it was us. You
Oh,
saw
wow.
a show that showed how it was in that era. Yes, it was so cool. 100%. And that's so cool that you had that experience. Okay, yes, Scott was able to do something amazing, which is track Natalie down. Natalie, I just sent you the link. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome to. Okay.
You know what else I like too about the show? I know we're still sort of general.
Please,
ideas
go
about
for it.
But I loved how you had so many characters,
Mhm.
but they each felt well developed, like you knew them.
Yes. Yeah, you
And
know,
you don't
actually, that
necessarily
was
get
really
that
well
in so
said.
many other shows.
No, you don't. And if you do have a lot of characters, they're rushed. You know, like the whole idea of, well, we'll get into it, but like the relationships between the kids, what happened between some of the kids, like, you know, they're in different parts of the country, but it never felt rushed. You felt like you understood why they reacted the way they did or why they're feeling the way they did. And because those kids are the show, and having them not in Hawkins, like I almost thought, like, did that girl and guy actually break up in real life? That's why they're not filming them together, because like Jonathan and what's her name?
No, that's a good question.
Because they did date, but like they're not filming with each other. Like to me, that's almost like one of those like, we're not going to act together. You better put us in different, groups or something.
Ooh, that's spicy. I wonder if that's the case.
Even if it's not, you could say that.
Can you Google it real quick?
I will.
Yeah, I want to know, because if that's the case, I want to talk about it.
Yeah, we will.
George Molo, George, with a $20 super sticker. What are you doing, George? You're supposed to be here.
He's
hanging
watching,
out with us.
listening, and doing this too.
He's like, he sent us a Woot sticker, and it's going like this. Woot, woot.
Send stickers so Nina can act them out.
I always act out the
But
stickers.
it's like, it's like a Nintendo controller.
So
Okay.
funny.
That's awesome. That is awesome that you just did that.
Somebody's gonna clip that, I'm sure of it. Thank you, George. The Physicality channel for 5 says 80s Russia is USSR, where I as a kid had a dental care without numbing shots and stood in 2-hour lines for milk. I have no issue with it being shown as bad. Dude,
That's insane. We forget this. People forget this. I remember the Iron Curtain. I wasn't there. Like I was Go America, but like we were taught the Russians were our enemies,
Yeah, it wasn't great times. That's definitely.
They should be scary though. I shouldn't look at them and just be like, what?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Maybe they should have made the Chinese
I mean, I just felt like I felt like season 3 just felt a little off, like in terms of the Russia hate.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like it was more in line with what was going on in the news rather than anything else. And maybe it was mostly because of like I said, the stuff that the actors had come out and said,
right,
with regards to like the promotional stuff of season 3. But the Physicality channel is right though, because during that time in 80s Russia, it wasn't great. It wasn't great times. So I can understand why they would be portrayed that way. It just didn't come off right in that season 3. But in season 4, I felt like they fleshed that out. They fleshed out characters.
Right.
They fleshed out, like what you said, Jane, the comical aspect versus like the grounded aspect. And it just felt more real. And I really liked that they worked on that kind of stuff, and they just kind of like took a step back from the TDS. It felt like they took a step back from TDS, and
because what's his name? Yuri? Is it Yuri the one that?
Yes.
Okay,
Yuri.
He plays like that, like stereotypical American, but
yeah.
In the season before, in season 3, it was so much more a caricature of like, we are the evil Russians. You dumb Americans, we shall beat you. But like this one, you got like a soul. They had soul, and one's Jack and Agar. He should just change his face and disappear.
And they also had purpose. Like,
yes.
It's not just about the American term was irrelevant. Like, you found this thing, and you wanted to weaponize it because that's what governments want to do.
Absolutely.
Right. The governments always want to do that kind of shit. I'm trying to find a picture of Yuri because that's another character that I felt like they really fleshed out, and I really enjoyed his character in this season. I enjoyed what he did. I thought he was badass.
Yeah.
When he went like crazy in that plane, I was
Wait,
like,
who are you talking about?
This dude right here.
Oh yeah, dude, this is his best season so far, at least.
Absolutely.
Definitely one of the best seasons for him so far.
Yes.
Like, I mean, this scene in the plane where he's like, just goes insane and he's like,
Yeah.
I know karate. And then he's like,
How
I
he,
can
like,
take
talks
this guy on.
himself into it.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, that
He's
is
like-
perfect.
She's like, didn't you just take on like kids?
Yeah, Tommy was like 16 years old. He was very advanced for his age. Oh, that was
Yeah,
great.
no, that was so good. He was so advanced for his age. I can beat this guy.
Yeah. And the great thing is he believed it and he did it. And then he was kicking everybody else's butt. And we'll talk about that. But he also, he proved himself even more.
You can talk about that.
Oh,
now if
okay.
you want.
So like when they break into the jail, he like kicks the crap out of everybody in that control room. He takes down 3 dudes with his karate, and it all stems from that moment where he's like, I can do this.
Yeah.
Like that was fantastic.
It was really well done. I
He's
thought
having his own little story arc.
yeah.
I didn't expect it.
And I didn't expect that at all. I thought maybe they're going to do something like in terms of like romance between him and Winona's character.
I was worried about that for a minute.
Yeah,
really
because
didn't
I
want that
thought
to happen.
I thought at first they're gonna introduce like kind of like the love triangle where like they start something and then it ends up like Hopper's alive and then they're like, oh no, maybe we shouldn't have had sex. Like
Right.
you know what
I was lonely. I was
Yeah.
lonely, Hopper.
Yeah, but I'm kind of glad that they didn't do
No,
that. Like I
because
was
he's
like,
amazing the way he is.
yeah, and it was
We
just
don't need that in the show.
No,
we don't need that in this show exactly. Like it shouldn't be like freaking Riverdale. Like
Well,
this
I'm
is
glad like
Stranger
Hopper
Things.
didn't sleep with somebody, Nina. Like he fell in
in
love
the
in the
freaking
jail
Russian
or something.
prison.
Hey,
It's-
Jail.
You never know
God.
nowadays. You know what I mean? Like,
he's gonna take it from a Russian bear. Oh god!
can I say one thing I hated about this season though?
Of course. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so I know it's a TV show, so it's different amount of money, but the CGI for Little 11, like
Oh.
Steve Rogers looked
dude,
better 10
you're
years ago.
Right.
Like,
Little
she looked
11
terrible.
sucked.
It looked terrible.
It did look weird.
It looked really weird. It looked like they cut her face off and put it on a smaller child. Like,
Yeah.
it was very obvious. Unlike, the first Captain America where he really did, and that's 10 years ago, he really looked like he was that little, person.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a terrible job.
I agree because that like the Little 11 threw me off a couple times. I was like, oh
Yep.
wait,
Yeah.
we're doing Little 11 now. Oh.
I didn't need that.
No.
Yeah.
Tell me you didn't know that dude was evil.
Oh, dude.
You knew it from the
Totally.
beginning.
From the
I liked him
first
so much
moment.
though.
But he's always evil. That's why, like, when he was playing Sweet, I'm like, okay, he's going to be evil now. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, wait a minute. He hasn't gone evil. He's going to be evil now. Yeah,
Jane's
no,
like, I liked him. Dude, you always like the evil characters.
I know,
Jane.
but here's
Yeah,
the
you're-
thing. He's one of those evil characters that you can like because he thinks he's right.
It's true.
Well,
He
and
doesn't think
he
he's
has-
wrong, and you may think he kind of has a point to some degree.
Mm,
little
I mean,
bit.
he
Just a little
deserves
bit.
a little bit of payback. I mean, they were
Well,
zapping the shit out of him.
Yeah,
I
would
feel
applaud
like-
at that place, except
Yeah,
for
like-
little kids.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like he just went overboard a little bit. Like if he had just killed the staff,
He
it
went all
would've been
Anakin.
fine. Yeah, and it's like, why do you have to kill the younglings? It's like, calm down, bro. Like they didn't do anything. They weren't bullying you, bro. Like, calm down.
I mean, some of them were bullying the girl, so I guess maybe take out the older kids. I don't know.
I don't know. It was so weird.
Yeah,
Baby
I was
girl.
ready for him to turn to 11 and be like, you underestimate my power.
Oh my god. Wait,
11's all little. I got the high ground. God, what a terrible ending to a fight. Anyways,
I
Um,
love those two. I mean,
speaking of that though, I gotta say that the episode where I'm gonna start with this. Episode 4 was by far my favorite episode. I had a really just weird and just feeling towards it because I felt like actually before I get into it, George is here. Hi, George.
How you doing?
Hi.
George, it's been a while, man. What's up?
Oh, doing great. I think my mind is now flayed from all this. I
Yes.
just crammed everything. I missed the last 15 minutes. I didn't want to be too late.
Oh,
was
you
great.
wait, you missed the show? No,
Yeah, you got to watch
no,
the
it's
last
the last
15 minutes.
It's the last 15. No, it's okay. I'll catch it when we're done. The last 15. It was better than season
Wait a
3.
minute. What did you end at? Tell me
what did you end
ended
at? You need to go watch it.
Oh my God. I remember it.
What was the
Hold
bit where
on.
you? Yeah.
I was at a part where they had the guy who was playing the guitar,
Steve?
Steve. And I was like, is he going to be the one who's going to take out are we talking spoilers?
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Oh,
Hopefully
Vecna.
spoiler.
Because see, when I see Vecna, my mind was blown. I felt like I was back in high school playing D&D. I'm like, but then I was like, wait a minute. He's in the 90s. And I was like, he was like this
No, Vecna goes back farther than that. His first
Yes,
solo
but he was
campaign was the
dead.
90s. Yeah.
Yes, but he was dead in the 80s. But then they bring him
that's
back.
right. That's right.
See, the Gray Havens. I was like, oh my God, the Hellfire Club,
Yeah.
bullies in high school.
So-
Of course, I wish 11 had her powers to knock the shit out of them. I was
Yes.
just,
Okay.
Yes.
Watch
that
the
would've
last
been
15
great.
When
minutes.
she hit
Okay.
that girl with the ice skate, I was like, yeah.
Oh my
Me.
God, I loved it.
okay,
The ice
give me
skate
10
scene.
minutes.
Yeah,
be right
just,
back.
Go
just
watch
mute
it,
yourself
dude.
and watch it.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
I'm gonna stare at you and see what you read. Okay, bye.
That's so funny.
That is funny because like he's probably missing one of the biggest like reveals.
Yeah.
You gotta watch the last 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it
like
pretty
the
much
bit-
explains the Vecna's or whatever his name is whole story.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that episode. I'm trying to find a picture of this evil dude that we're talking about, Vecna.
Yeah.
Wait, what episode did he
Wait a minute,
start
I'm on
in?
stuff right now, so hold on. I can get it. I'm gonna get it.
Are you?
Dermot McQuaid put it well. Vecna is basically Freddy Krueger, but he kills you
Yeah.
in your mind while you're still awake.
James Campbell Bauer is Vecna, but they're only showing me a picture of him in the costume. So let me find him for you, and I'll share it to you.
I want
another show too. Let me see.
I want both shows, like or both versions of him, like the good version and the evil version.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but what do you mean? Like him as?
Oh,
a
there we
normal
go.
guy?
I got
Okay,
I got
you
him
got
as
it?
I got him as the human version, and then we'll show him. So
Was
this
he in
is-
like that Bones movie?
The Mortal Instruments. Yes.
That he was in that movie, which was supposed to be like the next big thing, and I kind of like that sucks that it wasn't, but like whatever. I didn't really
Yeah,
like
it
him in
definitely
that
sucks
movie.
that it wasn't because he was
Yeah.
so good in that.
But he's really good in this.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, but he's
This
always,
guy was a great actor.
I know. He just looks evil though.
He does. He has
just
that
looks-
evil look. So this is the thing. Like, so I'm gonna kind of go into the season, like what I thought was the best episode of the season, which was episode 4,
Mhm.
and I agree. I agree with what Dermot said because it was Freddy Krueger in like D&D version. And it was funny because they made fun of that fact. They were like, wait, so it's like Freddy Krueger? Like, I'm not going to sleep. They actually like, brought up the name and everything. So like that was really cool. I thought that it's exactly what Spike says. Episode 4 was suspense done excellently. And in a way, I really just it really captured me. That episode really captured me because for several reasons. One, I disliked that character, like the girl character from the first minute. Like I thought she was just like I just did not like her at
Wait a minute,
all.
which
Teenage
one?
girl?
The main
the lesbian or the sister?
the sister,
The
like
okay.
the little girl, the one that was basically the episode was about that
The black
Vecna.
girl?
No, the white one, the one with
this
the
was-
red hair, the one that her brother got killed in the
Oh,
third
red
season.
hair.
Brother. Max.
Max, her. I
Yeah.
disliked her.
Oh,
a
see, I
lot.
like her.
And I was like, dude, I didn't like her at all from like the first episode
Right.
that she was in. And then, so now I'm finally like, okay, I can get into this girl. Yeah, Max, thank you.
Oh yeah,
everybody.
she still annoys me. I can't stand her.
I can't stand her either, but I thought that
cannot
this
stand her at all. You
guys are
episode,
so
like,
wrong.
I thought episode 4 finally fleshed her out. And I love that scene where they're just like in the end, where she's like in his trap, and you're like, oh, she dead.
She's
Like,
done. I thought they were
She's
gonna kill her
done
too.
for.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like waiting for her to be done for because I don't like her.
I would
Damn.
love to be done for.
So I unmuted accidentally because it's like she pulled the chip out. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh man, you are not 15 minutes away with
am.
the
It's
chip
just-
out.
That
It's
really?
26:50. Oh, 26. Sorry. Well,
Ah.
I was speeding.
Keep
I'm getting
going.
there. I'm getting
Keep
there.
going.
but
We're
oh my
here.
God.
Keep going.
He's
Don't
an
worry. We're
evil
just
bastard.
Live reaction.
we're just talking episode 4, so you're good. But yeah, so like, hold on, I'm trying to get that image of that episode.
I like how
in,
they pulled her back though. That was really clever.
Mhm.
well, like in the end where he pulled her back.
Like
The-
playing the
With
song.
the music.
Yeah,
Do
with
you
the
know
song.
that Kate
Yes.
Bush, that Kate Bush song has gone up, played 400, like 40, wait a minute, was it 4,000% after that episode? People
I
started-
believe it
yeah.
because that song is now has been stuck in my head for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Since I've watched the show, it's been freaking stuck in my head, and I'm like, I need to watch this, I need to listen to it. And the craziest part about this episode was the fact that, Well, first of all, they actually like showed some stakes, and this
Yeah.
dude was creepy as fuck. Like I was actually scared. I was like, dude, this thing is terrifying.
Yep.
And I haven't been able to kind of feel that
Right.
since the first season with like the original Demogorgon that they introduced, and I was like, holy shit, this thing's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
The other other characters, like the other villains, just didn't feel as villainy as this one, and then now this one is just like, oh my god, this thing is just so crazy. And then the way that they discovered to like battle him with playing the song, and you know how they got her back, where like the portal opened and she
her
was like
running.
And you didn't
dude,
know. You didn't know if
that
she was gonna make
scene.
it.
You
I
didn't
thought she was gonna get
know.
crushed.
I
thought she was gonna get crushed
too.
I was just on my feet when this was happening.
You know what? It ended with so much action, but the part where she sat down and talked to her brother at the grave, like you can't tell me you didn't like her in that moment. Like her,
I mean,
like actually, like, you know, showing emotion, because she's always like snotty, but like her talking to her brother at the grave was a powerful like moment.
I agree. I agree with that, but at the same time, I thought that scene dragged on for a little bit.
I'll give you that.
I was like, seriously, like, look at this. This is entirely at the grave. I was like, really?
Her and the little black girl.
Yeah, I love her. Erica?
Those two, I just wish they weren't in it.
Oh
honestly.
man, Erica's awesome. I'm sorry.
They're so annoying.
Would you consider her like a stereotypical younger sister? Like black character?
Yeah.
Because she reminds me of like Good Times, like the sister, or like What's Happening, the sister. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, like but she plays it really well. Like,
I mean, I agree, but at the same time, like I feel like that character, especially what was the little black girl's name? I forgot.
Erica, I think.
Yeah,
right?
Erica, like I felt like in season 3 she was better. In season 4 she barely had a part, and then like the parts she does have, it's like she's discovering everything. And it's like, okay, you're not there. Like, how is it that she knows everything? Like, what the fuck? Like, she's the only one that can discover this shit.
She's like one of the smart. Well, and then another thing, like they make the girls, they do it in the right way. She's one of the smarter characters on the show. What's his name's girlfriend in Utah, which that was a funny part.
That was funny.
She's the smartest person on the show. The sister is a great investigative reporter. The lesbian girl's comic relief, but she's, you know, fun. Like the
you
women,
guys keep saying the lesbian girl, and I don't
bisexual.
even remember who the fuck the lesbian girl is.
His best friend. What's his?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
the girl.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You know, like the women, Winona Ryder's character gets stronger every season, but they do it in the right way. They don't do it even when they do laugh at the guys, like it's at their expense. It's not done you don't feel like it's malicious. It's actually funny.
And it's also countered by the fact that the guys actually are smart.
Yes.
Like that's the thing I love, is that it's pure nerd. Like
I
did like the one scene where Erica was being told basically that she was a nerd.
Yeah.
She like My Little Ponies, which I also love. And he connected the dots. Like
that's funny. I also like this scene where she's being like honest with that one dude, and she's like, I don't want to wear this fucking outfit. This bra is killing me. I was just like, dude, that is literally me in like every freaking meeting I've ever been in. But
dude, Silence of the Lambs, like I thought that was the same exact cells when they walked into them, except without the plexiglass. Like it looked exactly the same. Yeah, you know what? Now that you say it, this might be the best episode.
I think this was, for me, it was.
I'm trying to remember
there was
the
so
others
much
now.
emotion in this episode. There was so much setup. There was a lot of like, I mean, especially with her and like that whole thing about how they discovered like what the weakness is, because figuring out a weakness for like your kryptonite, right? Like figuring out the kryptonite of a villain is a big deal when it comes to, you know, these kind of series and movies or whatever, and figuring out songs, like the power of songs being the most effective against this villain was a big deal. And then they did it right, because they just kind of hit all the emotional notes and what that song meant to her. Because if you're listening to the song from like season 3, like even before season 4, you've been listening to the song in the background for so long, and then like, you know, just what she identifies with the song, the lyrics of the song, everything. I think it's just if you're into music the way I am, you probably will appreciate this episode on another level.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the
Versus
show has great music too.
it
Yeah.
does. It's
just
so
always has.
good.
It reminds me of Dark in that way.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Except for like it's Dark felt more original in terms of like the music because they literally composed music for it
Mhm.
versus
Oh,
this
yeah.
just being like 80s songs that they play at the
Mhm.
right moments, you know?
Yep.
The Uber Geek for 5 says, I still think it's retarded that Hopper could run like what? Like a
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah, dude, I thought the
straight
same
after
thing.
breaking his foot. That's funny. You're right.
I mean, his feet were messed up, and he was able to run. And real quick, back to that
he
song.
pulled an
running-
Amber Heard over the glass.
Yeah,
Like,
he did.
okay, I can just...
That Kate Bush song "Running Up the Hill." It's over 40 years old, and because of Netflix, it's back on the charts.
Yeah,
I have that
I
song
want-
in my playlist.
I gotta add it to
sounds
my
good.
playlist. I've been meaning to do that, but I
I
haven't done
love
it.
it.
It's number 8 in
Also-
the UK.
I'm gonna do it after the show because I literally want to listen to it right now. The Uber Geek also sent in a member message. Thank you so much for being a member, Uber Geek, and said, wait. I'm really not interested in the series, but at least season 4 is miles better than fucking Kenobi.
Oh,
well,
Jesus.
I mean, I'm sure that it is, but because I don't watch Disney Star Wars, but I
Yeah.
feel like it probably is.
My YouTube channel's better than Kenobi. That's saying a lot.
Oh, Jesus.
Everything. Yeah.
Everything is better than Kenobi, apparently.
Uber Geek has a YouTube channel, doesn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
just
thought-
made one. So everybody go and subscribe to the Uber Geek.
Yeah.
He usually makes really amazing memes. Some I really fucking hate. Screw you. But other times they're really, really good. And also I think his first review was from Top Gun Maverick. So definitely go and check that
I
out.
still haven't seen that. I have to check that.
I
one
know
out.
I gotta check it out too, Scott.
Well, you
I
know
haven't
now,
seen it.
Yeah.
apparently, if you like that, you're a racist.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait a minute. What?
That's right. I heard that if you like Top Gun Maverick, you may be a white supremacist
And
Yeah.
why is that? Explain.
because white people are in it and they like the movie.
And they win.
Patriotic, masculine.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now. Gotcha. now.
Yeah.
Never mind the diversity's there, but okay.
I feel like we need one of those
Doesn't matter.
commercials. Like, do you know a white supremacist? You may be surrounded by them.
Right.
Do they
Or
enjoy
you're the
films
one.
such as
Right.
The Northman or Top Gun Maverick? You may be a white supremacist if you do.
Dude, and I know we're not talking about Kenobi, but just they know their stuff. Sorry, their stuff is such shit that they preemptive the show by they're going to be racist. Oh, they're going to be racist towards one of our actors, even though the show wasn't even freaking out yet. You know, like they knew they had to like get eyes off the show because the show is garbage, garbage. Sorry if you like it out there.
Nobody's gonna be watching it.
I mean, see, the thing
gonna
is
force myself.
with regards to this too, again, here's another scene that was like, whoa, like when the guy turned around, I was like, hello, like, you know, his eyes were so messed up.
Freddy
Like,
Krueger.
yeah, I was like, oh my God. So like, is this how he escaped? Like, I was like thinking to myself, like, did he blind himself? Cause he he needed to like escape somehow or whatever. But it was even more hardcore than that. Like he literally cut his own eyes out so that he like doesn't see his the dead bodies of his family.
So, he wanted to join them. That's why he cut him.
Yeah, he wanted to join.
Clay asks, how does Vecna choose his victims? And I got it from somebody who's going through a very tough time, like feels like they almost like depression and maybe even on the verge of like suicidal, like, but definitely depression. Like the first girl she had an eating disorder because of her mother. I thought she was pregnant at first. The second kid, killed somebody in a car crash. I don't know about the basketball player kid. Like I didn't know what his issue was, but I guess somebody said his dad roughed him up. I don't know, but that's how he did it.
I don't remember the basketball player kid, but it was through depression and guilt and just feeling like incredibly at your lowest point that you could possibly feel.
Right.
Which kind of explains why he was going after teenagers, because they're just wrecked with that type of emotion.
Yeah, exactly.
Hormones,
Everything is like the worst times 10, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of the animation, I feel like the upside down stuff like because we talked about how like Little 11 sucked,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but I thought the upside down stuff was really well done.
Yeah,
I
no, it looked
really
good.
liked it. I thought it
Yeah.
was good. This
No
stuff was
question.
freaky. Look at
Yeah.
this. This is freaky shit, man.
But
This
I have
dude
a
was
question.
freaky. Go ahead.
Upside down. I thought like you would start getting sick if you're there too long. You remember in one of the seasons, like if you're in it too long because the air is poisonous or something. Did I miss? Is that something that actually
don't
didn't
remember.
happen? Because it has all that crap floating in the air, which I always thought was a cool decision. You know, and I like some of the camera ideas they had when the kids are riding the bike and then they flipped it
Yeah,
to
and
see
then they
the other
flip
kids.
it. Yeah, I love that stuff too.
But
I don't
reason.
remember about the air
I
being
remember.
toxic.
I
Because the
thought it
one kid was
toxic.
there for a very long time.
Right.
Yeah, Will was there for like months.
Right. And they thought, you know, he was puking up stuff like afterwards and they thought that was part of it. But maybe I'm wrong. I just
Well,
thought for some
like
reason.
the one thing I am worried about, and I hope George has muted us right now.
Holy shit! You should see.
Oh, speaking of George, there he is. George.
He killed everybody. I thought it was her. I don't know how I.
Yeah, he killed everyone. But okay.
Where have I
so-
seen him before? Do y'all know where that guy's from who plays vecna?
Game of Thrones.
No. That's the other guy.
More
Oh,
Oh,
that's
he-
the other guy.
He was from something bone. What was it again?
Mortal Instruments.
Mortal Instruments.
Oh, I never saw that one,
Yeah, you're lucky.
but I've seen him in.
I
something.
liked it.
All right, I'll be right
But
back.
what I was
Go.
gonna say, Scott, is that we did see those bats bite
Yeah.
fucking Steve.
Yeah.
So, and then that chick was like, "I'm really concerned about rabies."
Yep.
And I was like, I was kind of laughing about that because that is concerning, but at the same time, it's like these
It was
things
like-
are like poisonous.
Yeah, they were bubbling. Wasn't his like side
Fucking-
bubbling?
Yeah, man. Like
Yep.
it was jacked up. So I was like, oh no, like is he like definitely poisoned? Like, does he need medical attention?
Like,
Like,
I'm
you know,
ready-
what is he going? What
Well,
is
this
going
is the
on?
last season, right? I asked this.
No.
before. Oh, it isn't. Okay, because I
No.
was expecting you got to kill off somebody. You know, like
I
and
don't
would
think
hate-
it's the last season.
okay.
I think they have another one. I think it's supposed to be the next one that's supposed to be the last season, from what I
Gotcha.
understand. Maybe
Okay.
even two more. I don't know. But I don't think this is the
I
last
mean,
one.
They could have killed her off. They could have let the
They
portal
could have
close.
killed her off. It's true. They could have killed her off, but they needed to know how to win against him, so they needed
Yeah.
that. I'd be fine if they killed off the lesbian, to be completely honest with you.
What,
Like,
his friend? I like her as comic relief. Like she's
yeah, but we need someone to be dead,
Which
and
one was
Right.
I'm
that?
not
I
invested.
still don't know who y'all are talking about.
I
This
mean,
chick.
the-
Hold on.
yeah,
I'll bring her. I'll bring her
the
back.
one that
Hold-
works in the video store with him.
This one. This chick.
Oh yeah, she can die.
Yeah,
I mean,
just kill her off. That's she's fine.
it is a 1980s like horror, you know, suspense type thing. So you know who usually dies first.
The black guy.
There you go. There you go. So the black kid might be the first one to die,
That would
or
be
the
the-
annoying sister.
The
Dude,
accurate
that would
way.
be terrible. Well, you know what? I'd be fine with the little annoying sister dying.
I
Hey,
love her.
that could give the black kid more character development too. Like
Yeah.
if his sister died,
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd be
That's
I'd
true.
be I'd be fine with that.
How
I'd
do
be
you
fine
guys
with it.
feel about the basketball playing kid as an like his role, his actor, his character?
The basketball?
Yeah,
playing
the
kid?
head basketball, the kid that was dating the girl, and then he's like now like there's a devil, and we're gonna hunt
He
them all
was
down.
so
The white
weird
kid,
to me.
just something about him. Like I was like, oh man, I don't know if I like the actor or is it the character I don't.
I didn't like the actor or the character.
Yeah,
Oh,
But he
No,
also
I don't
seemed
know.
like filler to me. Like I just wanted him to, whatever your
Go
story
away.
is, just go away.
yeah, like please die.
well, clearly he was not impactful at all because I have no idea who the fuck you guys are talking about.
He's like the
He wasn't
main
important.
basketball player that girlfriend died in the first episode, or
His
he's
thing
the
is
one,
like he's. I
he's
think
like the-
he's basically representing what the community mob
Right.
with the pitchfork.
yeah, he
kinda
like got
thing would be.
them all riled up at the meeting.
Yeah.
Like-
oh, that
Yeah.
guy. Oh, the guy that's like doing the hate crimes and
Yes,
shit.
yes.
Yeah, that guy was the worst. I think that's kind of
Mason.
like the, white people bad character. Like, I don't know.
got that too. Like the very
it-
like non-liberal, like conservative white kid.
Yeah. Because otherwise, like, he's actually a good guy. Like, he loved his girlfriend.
Yep,
He
loved
was like
his
a
town.
really nice guy.
Yep.
Wanted to go after
racist.
whoever.
Not racist.
Right.
He's a
like,
proud boy.
He's just yeah, he's a proud boy. That's exactly what he is. And then they're like,
Damn
oh, this
you,
fucker, he's toxic as shit. Like, you know, it just felt like they were kind of like drilling home that like this white dude is bad kind of thing. He like literally makes a lynch mob, like paid in full says.
He does. He does.
Antonia's Vec for 2 says, Anatorius Vec for 2 says, how does vecna compare to the D&D version?
Well, that's a long history. So
please shorten it and tell us what you think.
So he was a character in this. George, help me if you're listening. He was a character in the 70s. They killed him off in the 80s. He is like a dark wizard. But is he like the character here? No. He's definitely hard to kill. Very hard to kill. One of the big bosses. And I think the way they played, like Eddie played him, was the game was well, but I don't know if the character is playing it as well as like what the, you know how they don't match up perfectly, but pretty much like he is a dark wizard. He is like a demon looking dark wizard, but different powers and stuff, you know. But I would ask George more because he's way older than me.
Wow.
I don't even know if that's true. I don't even know
Not
if that's true.
way older, Scott.
No,
Calm
I'm
down.
36. I know I'm so good looking.
Headspace Astronaut said at that time the satanic panic for D&D was a thing, though.
It was.
It's true. That
I
was.
remember that.
So
That
it was a real
definitely was a
thing.
thing.
My brother played it. My brother played D&D, and my mother was worried about him. And my brother's
I knew
Yeah.
religious people that like my friend, like her mom was like super religious, and she, first of all, she wouldn't let us hang out because she didn't want us to watch The Simpsons because she thought The Simpsons was demonic as well.
What?
Yeah, and thought I was like totally a bad influence on her because I love The Simpsons, but she thought that like D&D was also like demonic and you know those kind of things. So that's definitely a thing from the 80s.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It was a big
That's
deal.
wow.
That was like it was like right before they did the, you know, putting labels on like music.
Rap music?
The D&D thing was the big thing right before that. Like my brother
because
played
it
my mother
also
was
went
scared.
because it was like the rock music too, where they were like, oh, if you like, you know, play this backwards, it says the devil.
Oh yeah.
Blah,
Get
blah,
a gun,
blah.
shoot, get a gun, shoot. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget it. It was so stupid. And you
Yeah.
had amazing people like come up and fight for freedom of speech, and now those are the same people like are stomping all over it, like Dean Schneider, you piece of crap. Sorry, I'm off the topic.
Oh, that's okay.
That's so funny though that they were able to include that because I had no clue what that was about.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a big deal. It was huge, like Time magazine. You know, it was probably like on like, you know, the Sunday night news, and like it was a big
They
deal.
did like I think there's a 60 Minutes on
I
it or
wouldn't doubt
something
it.
like
I wouldn't
that. Like
doubt
it was like oh, you need to watch
Yeah.
out. Do you know someone that plays D&D? They might be into devil worship.
Yeah,
Like it was
like,
it was
yeah.
one of those things. that
Like there was
pretty
so
crazy.
many urban legends of kids like doing ritual suicides or killings for D&D, but it was like you never actually saw one. But there was always like, you know, rumors of it. It was stupid.
That is
You know what else is stupid?
Yeah, Dermot's right. It was the video games caused mass shooting of the 80s.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely,
true.
dude. Absolutely.
It's true.
You know what else I'm not liking is how hard they're trying to like Will is in love with his best friend.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my God.
Can
That
we
bothers
please-
the crap out
Oh
of
my
me.
God. Can we please talk
Yeah.
about that?
discuss.
Yes, it bothers the crap out of me.
Okay, Jane, you go first because I was like fucking
Okay,
livid about
so
this.
apparently they interviewed the actors about this too, and they were like, he's a kid, he's a teenager, you know, we're gonna just leave it to the imagination and not try to impose or label him in some way because he's a kid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you have these people trying to read into friendship,
Right.
Yes.
sexuality, and I will never understand it because it's adults who are doing it.
Right. He
At the
lost
end of the
his
day,
best friend.
these are children.
Yeah.
And their
Yes.
friends. Why are you trying to sexualize their relationship? Why can't
Dude,
they
because
just
that's what
be
they do.
friends?
They keep insinuating that Will is discovering that he's gay and that he's in love with his best friend, and his best friend meanwhile is in love with this crazy fucking girl
with powers and shit,
with
yeah.
powers, and that one day, like, I feel like it's like an insinuation that one day, you know, that kid's gonna wake up and realize that, like, what's been
I love
before him,
sucking.
like
Oh,
all over his, like, you know, in front of him the whole time.
oh,
Like,
if they do that, I'm
But see,
blowing this show
that
up.
I agree, because that's not something
literally.
I didn't even see that in the character really until I started seeing the news articles about it.
Well, I
What
feel
I
like
saw
the
was
actor is gay, isn't he? Or at
I
least
he
he
may
plays.
be,
I
but
don't
what
know.
I
Maybe.
saw
He gives
was
me
a
that
kid
vibe.
who'd gone through an incredibly traumatic
Yes.
experience, and the only thing he has, the only tie to reality in many ways, are these friends and these very close friendships he has with them.
Yeah.
So when they start pulling away and growing
Right.
up, he's still stuck.
It happens to every boy. Like
Yes.
when your buddy or you get your first major girlfriend, like you pull away from your friends, and like that hurts people. They get upset. They act differently towards you, and that's like, I can see why people are saying that, because like maybe the character is or the actor is gay. I don't care about that, but they're innocent children, and don't forget. Everybody gave up except for his mother, that he was gone. It was his
Right.
friends that did not give up. So
Right.
like losing them is like losing everything.
Everything.
And to me, I just feel like they're insinuating
Yes.
that he's discovering his gay and that he's
Yeah.
in love with his best friend. And I think
So-
it's just really gross because like, not that like being gay is gross. I just feel
No,
like
how
what
they're
they're
doing
doing with the character is gross. It's like, okay, so like he can be gay, but why does he have to be in love with his friend? Why
His
can't you
best friend
introduce
and a girl he lives with.
Yeah,
Like,
why
that's
can't you
messed
just
up.
introduce a new character and have
Yeah.
him be like, "Oh, I have a crush on this dude. Can you help
Yeah.
me out with like my, you know?" And then they can introduce that, like the fact of him being gay or whatever. By the way, it's not like they don't have a gay trope character already because they already introduced a lesbian character.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, let's have a gay dude now.
Because
And
they
it's
want to
just-
show you how hard it was in the 80s, you know,
It
like, but
feels
this isn't the right
forced.
place. It's
It
not.
feels forced.
It's-
I
they're-
don't like
they're
it.
still
Considering
children.
what these kids have gone through together,
Yeah.
what
Band of
what do
brothers.
they think is gonna happen if he did come out and say he was gay? You think
They'd
that they
accept
would
him.
reject him?
Not
That
at all.
doesn't even make sense.
No.
Like,
And if
but
they
that's
do
the
that,
thing.
I'd
They
be
want to
sick.
bring in the rejection from the idea that the other kid is straight and in love with
Right.
11. So if this kid is like, "Hey, I'm in love with you," that kid's gonna be like, "Dude, we're bros." Like,
Dude, are they
that's
gonna
hot
pull like a
bro.
Boogie Nights when the dude tries to kiss him and then he pushes him away? He's like, "I'm fucking idiot. I'm fucking idiot." Like,
But would he even
was so
do
dumb.
that? Like, he wouldn't do that to his best friend.
well, you know what? It's 84. He might be a little weirded out for an episode, but then he'd realize that's his best friend. I'm not going to date you, but I'm going to be there for you. I can understand that. Like
Yeah.
I remember the first kid I knew came out and it was 92. It was no big deal. It was no big deal, but like 84, different era. I can understand it being harder. But like to just like, why do you have to take those characters and then make him fall in love? Like, cause that's what it feels like they're doing with his best friend.
It is. It
Just
felt like that
rando.
for
Give me
me.
a rando character.
Yeah, I didn't like what they were doing,
No.
and I thought it was only me. I was like, are they
Mhm.
trying to say they're gay? Like,
What
I was
the
like,
picture-
I
well,
don't.
he wouldn't give him the picture he made. He's acting all weird, but like he was acting weird because 11 wasn't telling him the truth and he wasn't
Mm-hmm.
hanging out with his buddy. And what was the picture though? Did we ever see the drawing or the painting he worked on? Because he
No.
was giving it to him, and then
No, we never saw it.
watch it be like them both like shirtless,
Oh.
horseback.
God,
That would
it's gonna
be
some-
terrible.
oh my God, it's gonna be some Brokeback Mountain-ish, isn't
yeah.
it? Oh,
Like they're gonna be
no.
like two of them on like I don't know, like one of those Jedi the Return of the Jedi motorcycle thing. What the-
I hope
I
not.
forget
my
what those are
God.
called. Yeah, shirtless though.
a pod. What?
No,
okay,
what
never
were
mind.
not the pod racers? What were the ones they were through Endor? They were going through. I forget the name of those.
Oh God, I forget the name of it too. I don't know. We started talking about gay people and
I know.
bots like
I almost got
invaded
to
the
it.
chat.
You
I
beat
mean, honestly, I would have preferred if none of the kids had a relationship besides Mike and 11.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
That's
So
it.
she,
What
so she,
happened, George?
she made him. I mean, he was nutcase, but I didn't realize she's the one who helped make him undead.
She created him. Yeah.
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 He
So,
was
so
one.
this is like his whole villain, his whole origin.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
tell me the truth. You thought from the beginning he was going to be evil. and he
Yeah,
turns
yeah,
out evil. Like I thought the twist was he wasn't going to be evil. I was like, oh my god, they're
Oh,
going to make
no.
him actually. Yeah, no.
He's got that face.
Yeah, he just has that I'm an evil guy
Oh,
face.
speeders.
Speeders. Oh, they're just called speeders. That's right. Durr. Sorry. Thank you very much, Wex.
I was having a I don't
I
know.
was
I
having a
went
brain
blank.
fart.
My yeah, me too. I was like, I don't what? I should know this.
I think the toxic side of me
Yeah, bring it
would
out.
have enjoyed the two of them becoming a power couple.
The two boys.
the two gay
No,
Oh.
Oh,
11
sorry.
and the evil person.
Oh,
Oh.
right. I would have loved if she turned to the
You're
dark side.
weird, Jane.
No,
what
not
the
a power
fuck?
couple, though. She was 8 at the time, Jane.
Not
God damn it,
immediately.
Jane.
Oh, okay.
He would raise her up to basically be him. They would become incredibly powerful.
Grooming?
And when she's
Yeah,
an
yeah,
adult.
yeah,
Fuck.
grooming. Yeah, don't
Bro.
we talk against that?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm finding new things
Okay,
out about
hold
Jane.
on. Hold on. Yeah,
Wow.
let's okay,
You might
let's
wanna
go
move
back
me
to
up.
this. Let's go back to this super
Yes, George.
chat. George,
Yeah.
Antorius Vac wants to know, how does Vecna compare to the D&D version?
Different
Interesting.
powers, right?
Well, yeah, but they share some are similar because in D&D, I think at the 2 times in the Grey Havens campaign, he was an
Right.
undead wizard, but plus he was also represented, if I recall, as the god of death or one of the gods of death, the Chaos Lords. They showed him differently in the 90s. I would say that he actually, I mean, the Duffer Brothers did an amazing job
Yeah.
giving him a cross section of his powers. But what I like about it in a really, really peculiar fashion and odd is that they've actually given flesh to Vecna from the campaign. I mean, like if I was 14 playing that game and watching this movie, my dungeon master would go crazy. Okay, now I know how I'm going to kill all you bastards. I mean, it fleshes out the god.
Here, I'm gonna share
you
my
mean that
screen right here.
Because are you saying that because he's mostly like an ethereal character?
He
Well,
is.
no, he's
But he also has, they've shown him both as a non-corporeal
right.
wizard, but they also show him as undead flesh.
Right.
As an
Oh.
He's
incarnate.
not like, but he's not like, he doesn't, he wears clothes.
Yeah.
He's a wizard though. He's not like a
Undead wizard.
psychic. Like this
No,
guy's
no.
more of like a kinetic, like
But
psychic.
that's also been kind of like part of Stranger Things lore too, because
Yes.
they're not always like the perfect match
No.
for what was
No.
going on in the Upside Down. They're always like the representation of what's
Right.
going on in the Upside Down.
Yeah.
So kind of like, the kids know their D&D game, and then they're like they name whatever monster that is most similar to as that character. So it makes sense that they're not exactly the same. But I really like the fact that Stranger Things is taking this route of like introducing different D&D lore characters, like villains,
Mhm.
and then just like evolving with that, like starting with the Demigorgon,
Yeah, that was
and then
cool.
Oh, yeah.
they got
That
the
was so
mind
cool.
flare, and now it's this fucking thing, and this
And-
fucking thing is freaking terrifying.
Yeah, and the thing that's cool about Vecna is that, like, he is I guess he is a siphon. He siphons people for their power. But with Vecna in the show, I don't know if he is in cahoots with Mind Flayer or if he's doing his own thing to take control of it. Because, like, that little weird house world he has, like, is that separate so the Mind Flayer doesn't see it? Because, like, a
I
lot of
think
people
so,
think he's the general,
because I think so, Scott. I think they were hinting at that because that's why it was like, oh, how did you find this? Is this supposed
Right.
to be separate?
Right.
And I felt like he was hiding that from the Mind Flayer.
Yeah.
I do. I think because when you look at it, especially if they're taking it based on the D&D world, all these different mind flares, demigorgons, Vecna, all those chaos or evil deities and mages, they all would have their own separate dimensions that were connected, but kind of had a wall because that was the only place they could be safe.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd have all these parties who are like, okay, let's just go kill one after the other.
Yeah.
But what I like is the fact that
Elvis.
what? Sorry, I didn't.
Elvis there. That he's a rogue general, basically.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think-
yeah, like a rogue general. And I mean, he Vecna in the 70s is, and like he dies off. They don't use him really that much as a character in the 80s, but I know he comes back with his own campaign in the 90s.
Yep.
Right. I want to say they pulled a little bit personally, and I don't know if they'll say it in here. They pulled a little bit more from the 90s character than the original. I might be wrong on that, but when they find like the one power the character has, like he is a powerful wizard, dark wizard that can, get into their mind. So what do? They call him Vecna, but really he doesn't have a lot. It's just, that's the character at the moment. I think it's kind of cool how the kids name them, but they're not exactly like the D, because that would suck if they're exactly like the D.
Yeah, exactly. Because that was the fun. That was the fun part about the series. But also, like I would be remiss if I didn't talk about something that I really thought was fucking awesome about this show. And hang on a second, because I think we're joined by someone really fucking amazing.
I'm here. Thank you. Oh, hey.
Hey, what's going on? Good
Not
to see
much.
you.
Glad to join.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw your sister in the chat and I was like, oh my God, I sent her the link, but I guess she couldn't join, but
Yes,
here you are.
Yeah, we
Natalie
just
couldn't
got it.
join.
We just got back in town. Yeah.
Okay, well, Natalie's got the link too, so if she wants to join, she could totally come on and hang out.
Okay.
But you're here, so how are you?
I'm doing good. Glad to talk some Stranger Things.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it for a bit, but like, tell us, first of all, tell everyone who you are first. Give us a little intro,
Okay.
and then tell us what you thought of the season, because we've been going like spoiler, we're like all over the place. So tell us what your thoughts are.
Yes, I am Michelle. I am one half of Force of Light Entertainment, and we do a lot of reaction videos, reviews, that type of stuff. And we actually covered episode by episode of Stranger Things on our channel.
Nice.
Yeah, Force of Light Entertainment. If you like Stranger Things, check it out. But I absolutely love this season. And I will say, I am someone, I know some people didn't like season 3 or had, different gripes. I have enjoyed every season of Stranger Things. Like, even to me, I say this on our channel, a bad season of Stranger Things is better than 95% of the stuff on TV today. Like,
Absolutely.
it is.
Yeah.
That's kind of true. Because I feel like that too.
And why? Because the Duffer Brothers, who actually, okay, I've got a lot of thoughts. So for Obi-Wan, to me, this show has been, because it decided to compete with Stranger Things, it's now laid bare before all of us to see what good writing looks like compared to bad writing. Good character development, horrible character development. And it's just like the Duffer Brothers are just so good at writing characters. And you guys were actually talking about the Will thing. I can get into that later. I do have feelings. I'm not thrilled about it.
Oh, about
But-
like him being gay or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, here's my
Well,
thing.
them insinuating that he's gay.
For starters, because I heard you guys bring that up, that Noah is not gay in real life.
Okay, I didn't know.
And there are many videos of him like being asked about it, and you can tell the kid did not want that to happen for the character.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh.
And to me, I'm just gonna say this because Nina brought up, they already have a gay character.
Yes.
So to add a second one, that's not realistic for 1986 in a small town
not.
in Indiana. Like,
once-
it's
it
not
isn't.
happening.
No,
No.
but once again, and I don't know if you guys agree, they don't want male characters to have platonic bonds with each other. So instead of them being just really best friends, it has
Yes,
to turn out
Scott.
that one's gay. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
can't have a platonic male friendship, and to me, that's sexist.
Well, and to me too, what I was gonna say, the Duffer Brothers, they put so much tender love and care into the show. They care about like things that you think, I wonder if that will come back. It will come back because they care that much about the writing. But I will have a big issue if Will confesses love to Mike, because who does that even help in the gay community? Like,
Nobody.
That's kind of a stereotype thing. Like,
Yes.
straight men don't want to have gay friends because they don't want to be hit on.
Right.
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 So
It's so
I
stupid.
actually think they're walking into like a hornet's nest if they even go there.
Well, what do you think the
because
picture is he drew for or painted for him? Is it
I
them
heard you
two on
guys say-
a speeder with shirtless?
Gosh, like I'm so hoping they subvert their expectations of what they created, because yeah, if it's just like a gay thing, that's gonna be one gripe I will gripe on, because it just doesn't make sense in this context at all.
I feel like it's the media that's pushing it more, honestly. It's like I said, when I watched the show, I didn't catch that until I started seeing articles where, like you said, the kids were being asked about it, and the kids were just like, why? Why does he have to be? Why are you interpreting it this way? And so, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and they actually, the writers have kind of posed this question from season 1. Again, I've watched the show a lot. I can go through most.
No, please.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
please.
That's awesome.
I love that you're here.
But Joyce, when she's talking to Hopper in season 1, saying her son's missing, she says, well, all the kids call him, and he's like, what? And she's like, gay. And he goes, well, is he? And she's like, does it matter? But so they've kind of, and then in season 2, Mike says, or no, it's season 3.
Season 3.
Mike says, I can't help you don't like girls. But here's my thing. It actually makes much more sense for Mike's character just to be kind of like truly a nerd who hasn't fully gone there in the way
Kinda
Mike has.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like that makes way more sense. And it could end up being that, as Jane pointed out, it is the media pushing this. Maybe that's what they ultimately go for. I don't know. It's just some of the looks and things, especially on my second viewing, it was just like, ugh, like where's this gonna go?
That's really interesting that you brought that up from season 1, because I'd forgotten that line.
But see, they could, if that's what he is, if he's one of those kids who's like pure nerd, he just wants to be around the boys and have fun, then he might be called gay. Especially back then, it doesn't mean he actually
because they would be like, "Oh, you're such a fruit" or whatever.
Right. I got a girlfriend now, man. What are you, gay?
Exactly.
No, I'm not, Jimmy. You jerk. Oh, that's never happened to me. I swear.
And just let him be a nerdy kid who maybe hasn't gotten into girls yet, and that's okay.
Very awkward.
Yes, because like my niece pointed out, she's a big fan as well. She pointed out they are technically in this season supposed to be 14. So it's like, it's very reasonable for a 13, 14-year-old that's just kind of a big nerd and has gone through traumatic things to just like not really be there mentally yet.
Well, and also this was the other character we brought up, and maybe you can share your thoughts on it, because I thought this character was like, they tried to make him this villain, and I felt like, he was actually kind of like a good guy because he was just looking for his girlfriend, and he just really wanted to like kind of like find out what happened to her, and he was upset that he thought that dude killed her. Like he was having like all these like actual reactions that are really just like normal reactions anyone would have to that kind of situation. Definitely. And then they're like, oh no, this guy's just like this, straight up evil dude that's, just like wanting to hunt down this guy. And
he saw his friend go up in the air out of the water and get crushed. You would think maybe the devil's involved, like in that time period.
Do you think that's because I saw that and I thought it was weird until you guys talked about what was happening in the 80s with people.
Yeah.
Like demonizing everything and thinking that the devil was the cause of everything.
It was huge.
That could be what was actually happening.
It was really, I'll never forget the whole, my mom went after my brother's like the exact opposite of me. He is like Mr., clean cut. And my mother thought he was going down a dark path with D&D while I'm smoking pot at 14 in the background. Like, you have no clue, Ma. Like, D&D was not bad, but it got that bad vibe because the conservative Republicans at the time, that was, one of the hills they died on, when, liberals weren't as. Okay,
George will be right back. He's having problems with his mic.
Sounds like he's coming through his cam.
And Antro, I can say this name. Anotorious Vec, thank you so much for the $2. Says thank you for that.
Thank you.
With regards to the comments, but thank you for your super chat. And Harry Lime says for $5. There's George again. For $5 says I went to high school in the mid '80s, and we had a couple openly gay kids. No one cared. We weren't allowed to play D&D on campus though. See, that's crazy.
Can I ask you guys a question? I'll tell you after, or I'll tell you right up front. The kid who plays Eddie, I freaking love him. That actor is
Eddie
awesome.
was great.
Oh, he's such a, like he has that 80s Robert Downey Jr. like vibe about him, but like 80s Robert Downey Jr., like the smile, the smirk, like that cool like charisma.
I agree, Scott, and it's funny because I fucking hated the other character from last season, the bro that died.
Billy.
Yeah, Billy.
Oh, Billy, yes. I thought he was going to be a carbon copy.
Billy. Yeah, and I thought it was going to be like a Billy, and I was like, oh, God, again. And then he turned out to be such a cool character. and I was like, oh, this is
like
this is
him and
much
that
better.
before they killed the cheerleader, I thought that was gonna start the whole thing with the basketball player. Like she starts to like him, you know. But
Yeah.
My favorite actually was not when the cops arrested Elle, but you know when they were asking her like, "Did you intend to kill Angela?" You know, she's got a grade 2 concussion.
Yeah.
She's like, "I don't know."
I don't know.
I was like, okay.
she's a minor. Are they allowed to do that, Jane, even in the
No,
80s?
that's
I didn't think
also
so. That's all I could think
prepared.
about.
Oh my God. Okay, so this is the other thing I was going to mention,
I was like, what is it
because
now?
after after episode 4 of the season, which was my favorite episode, I was like, I was just in awe. Like my jaw was on the ground. I was like, this is probably one of the best episodes of TV I've seen in a long time. And then I go to episode 5 and it's called The Nina Project. I lost my mind. I was like, what is happening? Like, am I going to be a character in the Stranger Things? And it turns out to be a fucking tub. I was like,
did anybody call the number? I did.
I didn't.
No. What do you
Can
mean?
call the number. It
What
does
did it
the
say?
dial tone. It does that dial tone like in war games.
Oh, really?
Think
Oh,
about
that's fun. I didn't do that.
Oh, yeah.
I always, when they got a number that's not 555, I call.
Have
And
you
you
ever
can
thought
also
about
you can also call the surfer pizza
Oh, I didn't
thing.
even think of that.
And if you call the number that he says, like you get that voicemail.
Oh my God, I got to call that one now. Thank you.
Cindy says, to me, Eddie is a damn near clone of Eddie Van Halen. He was
He looks
very
like him.
goofy and
A
animated,
little
and the
bit.
hair, guitar. Yeah, he seems like it a
I
little
like
bit.
him, yeah.
But
Have
he-
y'all
you know,
ever
like,
thought
he-
about all the movies that they were referencing, that the Duffer Brothers were referencing? Think about it. I mean, I was like
There's a
going through
lot.
it.
There's some
You
Breakfast
had
Club.
Breakfast Club.
Sure.
Yes. Breakfast Club subversion.
the
You had
sister.
Nightmare on Elm Street, a little bit of Psycho.
And there
His
were some
sister looked
serious
just like
Carrie vibes at the
Silence
time.
of the
Yes.
Lambs.
Yeah.
With the chocolate milk. Or
I
the
felt
shake.
Amityville Horror too with the house.
I mean,
Ah,
Silence of the
yeah.
Lambs.
I
I
remember
thought
it.
like House on Haunted, not Haunted Hill, the other one. What are
It
the,
looked more like
one
the
of the
Psycho
ones?
House.
Yeah, one of the ones. With
did, but-
well, the Ghost House though, like the one. It's like House on Haunting Hill or whatever the fuck it's
House
called,
on Haunting Hill.
Notting Hill?
or
What a great
Haunted
movie.
Hill.
Different genre.
Yeah,
Sorry, my
different
bad,
genre.
my bad.
Well, that's a book though. I don't know if it's a movie, but anyways, a lot of cool references for sure.
One of my
But yeah, the
don't
Nina
ever give me the
Project. I
odds.
was like, why is she like? Why is like the Nina Project had to be a fucking tub? Like she's just like sleeping in it. I was
yeah,
like,
it's a
I
Joe
will have to
Rogan tub.
say, I really enjoyed, because you knew it was coming probably with a show like this. I love that they brought Dr. Brenner back.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
that guy who plays him is just so good.
Matthew
Like
he's
Modine.
great, and he's an actual villain. So you're like, okay,
Yeah.
this is the villain of the show. Like you
Yeah.
know.
And he straddles that line so well of, even as the viewer in the Nina Project, you're like, does he care about 11? Like you go back and
Right.
forth, no, she's just a science project. No, I think he cares a little bit. Like
Right.
he just plays that so well.
Yeah, but he cares about her like he would a lab rat. Like you know how like
Yes,
scientists
yeah.
actually like their lab rats, and they're like, "Oh, you're
Right.
so cute," but then they
Before it
don't
lops
actually
its-
give a shit.
You mean before it lops its head off? Like, oh,
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
Pop up, clack. No, there was a scene that reminded me in episode 6 because I had watched it to review it. Do y'all remember Black Widow, the movie?
Yes. Yes.
Well,
That
you
shit
remember,
Sadly.
yeah, it was a shit
Oh,
show,
okay.
but you remember the character who Hopper is. He was playing
Yes.
the Russian
Red Guard.
Yeah.
Red Guard, right? It reminded me a little bit when they were having that scene when they were all feasting and he was watching all the guys when they're eating and they're talking about how they're there to train the monster.
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
like, yeah, no, you're here to entertain it.
Yeah.
And when he
yeah.
picked that fight to get the vodka bottle,
Harbor's a good actor.
Oh,
but
it is
yes.
awesome. And I'd say about Hopper, he's not had a lot of scenes thus far, but they've been very impactful when he is on. Like that, like he said, like you just brought up, George.
Yep.
Like that, where they're sitting around that table, and it almost feels like he's telling a ghost story as he begins
Yes.
to relay like this monster that they don't know anything about. That was a cool scene. And that end fight of him in the prison, that was awesome. Like, I
that was-
found it. It was
That
like
was great,
was
and this
epic.
scene was great. The one that I'm gonna show right now because I was literally looking for this scene, but it was the scene where he finally like he gets up and he's like Jack the lighter from that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Yeah.
he wanted to like, you know, tell, like he wanted to make it sound like he's given up and like he has no hope. And he like from this guy, he stole the lighter. And then
Because
he's
he
like,
knows
I got the
fire.
lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he tells them.
I believed it though. I thought he gave up.
Oh
That was
no!
a great
you-
Oh,
scene.
this chick was cool. I wish she had more parts.
And then you have
She's
her
funny.
sister that looks like Ali Sheedy from The Breakfast Club, which was awesome. But like
Yes.
she is great. She's a good singer.
She should have had more parts versus that black girl. I don't know.
Erica, you leave Erica alone.
Well,
I
you
don't
didn't
like
like Erica. Erica had some good comedy,
She's
comic
a
relief.
great one-liner person.
She is.
She's amazing.
She's so annoying.
Who bugged
I want a
me
side
was
project, Jane. I want her to have her own show.
Oh my god! Fuck you, Scott.
I
If they
wanted
give
to-
her a
Yes,
fucking
I
spin-off
wanted-
series, I'm blaming you.
And I wanted to be called "Shut up, dumbass" or something like that.
Oh my god!
And that's like her catchphrase. "Shut up, dumbass!" Ah, everybody claps like laugh track.
No,
Really?
you guys had to find it funny though, even if you're not a big Erica fan. Like in episode 1, where the basketball music's playing and Lucas
Oh.
is running out, then Erica walks out with the guys going to the D&D meeting.
Oh yeah.
She has
yeah.
like a cape on.
Yeah, she's got an American flag on.
Yeah, the
It
Hellfire
was the
Club.
American flag. Yeah. Let me see if I can find that scene because that was a good scene.
You understand? When I was growing up, there hit a point. D&D was really popular, but then all of a sudden, it had Barbara Walters, I think it was, or 2020 did this expose. Like these
Okay, we thought
kids
60
are.
minutes, but you might be right.
It's like Satan's calling them because one nutty kid somewhere in Oregon, I think it was, like picked up an axe and was like, you know, crit, and he actually cut the kid. So they're like, D&D has to be pulled off the shelves.
Oh my
So
god.
so seeing the Duffer Brothers bring it back and give it kind of like that life. Because if you notice that the kids handle all the situations so much better, I found like that correlation, like because they work so much and play in this fantasy world, you know, to them, yeah, Demogorgon, why not? Hey, we play with it all the time. It's real. Okay.
Right.
Oh, here's the other character that I really, really liked. Of course, I would like him because he's a fucking stoner.
Dude,
And,
he's a great character.
Oh my god.
He plays a perfect like 80s stoner.
Dude,
like,
I
hola,
was-
Mr.
I
Hans.
was
like, you
into
know?
this dude because
Fast
I was like,
times.
that's literally me
Yeah.
as a character in Stranger Things.
He is
I was
funny.
like, okay.
He's funny. Why are you guys
Coley.
shooting at
Annoyed
us?
me.
Did he
He
remind you?
annoyed you? Wait,
He was
Jane,
another one.
Jane, I
I
want to
just-
hear more of your
He
annoyance.
was another one of those characters that I just felt like, why are you here? I don't.
He had a van. That's why
Yes.
he was
Yeah.
there.
Only
And-
reason.
And the stoner. What was the? I forget what the weed he had, but you know, you go smoke it. You chill out. Jonathan's high as a kite, hitting golf balls. Like that's the life.
Yeah.
Did he remind anyone else of Spicoli from Fast Times at
That's what
Ridgemont High?
Yeah. Hola,
Yes,
Mr. Hans.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's probably what they were going for then.
Yep.
Because just like in season 3, the main villain that's after Hopper, or the main Russian that's after Hopper, is such like a rip from like Terminator
Yes.
and different
Right.
Yes.
like 80s movies.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Rambo.
War
like, one of
games.
the
I even
Rambos.
thought they had war games in there a couple of times. Didn't you
Oh,
feel
yeah.
that? Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely with the Nina Project phone
Yeah.
dial, everything was war games. One thing I did like at the oh shoot, I just went blank. Sorry, it had something to do with those guys. I'll
And you
remember
say
in a
I'm
second.
older than you? I don't
Oh.
think so.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I forgot again.
See, there you go. I think you're lying about your age, Scott. Tell us
I'm
again.
46 and I am lovely.
Is
I'm
that
trying
40?
to find.
Is that 46 like my aunt? She's been 46 since I've been 5.
Yeah.
I'm
Something like
trying
that.
to find that scene right now from like when they finally just meet. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is the scene where they finally just meet this dude again. Like they haven't seen him for a long time at the Rock, and then I really like the scene because I can't pin it on that exact scene, but when him and the other kid hug it out, 'cause,
Oh,
like
right.
they haven't seen each other forever, like this
Yep.
guy, and it's like, and I thought that was really sweet and just like a really, I don't know, it was just a really good scene because it just showed how they actually care each other, and they talk, like it showed more about friendship versus
There you go.
this whole fucking weird like
It wasn't gay. I'm
Gay
sorry, and I don't mean it like
situation.
that, but they showed 3 guys who, you know, they're the kid from the last couple seasons, the swimmer. Now I'm forgetting his name. The ex-boyfriend.
Billy?
Not him,
Billy?
not Billy. No, the other one that got bit by those bat things.
Oh,
Steve.
Steve.
Like Steve is jealous of Eddie, you know, like, and it's like, there's
Yeah.
like a triangle, but it's a friendship triangle, and
But
it's
that was like a
innocent, and
brotherly
that's
thing.
awesome. That's
I like
awesome how they did it.
like
Yeah.
he's jealous of his like because he has this brotherly feeling towards him,
Yeah.
and then
And he won't
like,
admit it though. You know?
he won't admit it, and then the other guy like tells him like in the Upside Down, he's like he looks up to you, man. He loves you so much, and he's like he does, and like, he's just like all into it, and I really like that. I thought that was really sweet. Let me ask you something, Natalie, since you're just such a big fan of the show. What do you think the fate of Steve is going to be?
Oh, Steve's gonna make it out alive.
Yeah, but do you think he's poisoned now? I feel like he might have bat rabies,
It was
like
like
that lesbian.
bubbling.
Bat rabies.
It was like bubbling when they put the wrap on him.
Even if he did have something, they would fix it at some point. Like Steve's not going anywhere. Like there's one thing and I think that is kind of more true to the 80s time. If there's one thing I really appreciate about Stranger Things, at this point, it's the type show that the main characters make it out alive, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm fine
okay,
with
let me ask you this, because me and Scott brought this up, but is it gonna stay true to form and kill off the black guy?
Yeah. Like if it's an 80s like horror movie, the
Right?
first person to die out of the group will be the black kid. So will it be
I don't think they'll do that because I just don't think here's what these writers are so good at like developing characters. Like I heard you guys say, I had it on, like the prison guard. I was like, I hope he lives. Like they're so good at creating characters. If anything, new characters are always on the chopping block to maybe die, just like Bob in season 2.
Maybe this guy.
Bob.
You got Bob in season 2, you got the Russian in season 3. Like they make you fall in love with someone and then they die.
Well, like you were talking about before, the difference between this show and Kenobi is that this show has more characters, but their development is well done. They give you enough to like understand who the character is, even if they're just new to this season. You get enough from them to be like, oh, they would definitely never do that. Like you could kind of guess how they're going to react. Like when the stoner picked them up and he's like, you're having a party without me, bro. Like, you know, he was supposed to act like that, you know? They really are great at writing characters.
That was like one of my favorite parts when like they open the van and they're like getting so stoned. I was like, that would be me in the van. Like I was just like getting ripped.
Was anyone surprised by Robin and her reveal in episode 1? I mean, remember Steve had a crush on her when they were working together.
We found out last season.
I don't remember it last season. I thought it was. Definitely. Okay, we'll see.
Yeah,
I didn't like season 3.
They're like high. The Russians like use some kind of truth serum on them.
That was
like high, and she admits that in the bathroom to him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I thought it was just because they. Okay, I got you.
It's you know, and she's a great character. Like, why even think about making Will like fall in love with his best friend? You have a great character that is representing the LGBTQ infinity group. Like
Alphabet soup.
Don't use infinity.
I know. I totally was like, I'm not coming on next week.
Alphabet soup. There you go. Alphabet soup.
Why do you have to now, force ship friendship? Like I am sick and tired of friendship, male friendship, not being able to be seen on shows or TV anymore. It's like it's taboo.
Do you know who really does it well? The BBC used to do it well, where they would show male characters being able to have a friendship without it becoming some, a bond, a brotherhood.
Yeah, like you could bust stones and this and that, but like there should be moments of true like connection between friends. Like you're in an upside down different dimension, like your life is on the line, your friend finally comes back. Yes, they should have very emotional and intimate moments, but it's friendship. It is not you don't have to make everybody gay. Like that just blows my mind.
Let me ask you this.
Okay,
do you guys think, since we're talking about relationships, do you guys think she's gonna go with Steve, or do you think that they're gonna like finally? I mean, that she's gonna figure out that
Steve is
she's gonna figure out that she grew back in, like she changed as a person and he changed as a person, and like Steve went from, as they call him in the first episode, that's that douchebag Steve Harrington, became like marriage and father material. Like
because he went through the gauntlet. He's grown up. He went through that gauntlet.
Yeah, I don't see
But
it,
what
though.
about that poor brother dude? Wait, what was his name again?
Jonathan?
Jonathan,
Jonathan.
Jonathan will find him a new girl. Like I actually went over this all weekend of all the reasons why Nancy and Steve make more sense.
Well, I love what that guy said. The guy with the curly hair. What was his name again? God, I'm terrible with names.
Eddie.
Hair?
Yeah,
what he
Eddie.
says to
Eddie.
her.
Because Eddie was like,
Or says to
she
him.
jumped in there for you, man. There was so much
Oh,
love.
yeah.
Like, if you need to know how someone loves you, she didn't even take a beat. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I was like,
That was a great
true
moment,
love.
though.
That was a
a
And I
great
great
just
moment.
want to point
scene.
something out. Oh, sorry, Jane. You go on.
No, I was just gonna say that was a great scene
Yes.
and great dialogue. I love the dialogue in the show.
Yep.
mhm.
Yes. And I was going to say, I think, okay, that end scene really got me. I already love Steve, but it sealed it. So Nancy is she's like an alpha female. Like she's a go-getter. She's not a sit on your butt type woman. She's going to make it happen.
Right.
But yet Steve was willing to jump in first. And then Nancy, when Steve's in trouble, jumped in after him. And it was like, I appreciated that moment on a show because in today's world, she'd be like, move aside
Right.
and jump in. But it's
Wow.
like,
Good point.
that's how it's supposed to be.
Right. No, really good point. Instead of her being like, I guess I got to save the man.
No,
right,
he's supposed
she's
to
trying
go
to save
in.
a friend.
Come on,
And
yeah.
that- and along those same lines too, I know we haven't gotten to it yet, but that scene where she goes before him to cross back into the real world.
Oh my God, I was just going to bring that up. That was
That was
so
crazy.
good.
I screamed when she hit
That
the
was
ground. I was
so
like,
good.
no.
Oh my God, that was so good.
That's amazing.
But I love the part where he looks at them and he's like, I guess I'll go. Like, and he's like not even gonna wait for the girl to go. He's just like, fuck this. I've been through way too much bullshit. I'm going. Like,
He's a
you
great
guys
character.
can fucking stay here if you want.
He is a great character. I'm telling you.
But that's the thing. Like, okay, so she's now in the nightmare and she's seeing Marge like be killed again. And what's her favorite song? Do we even know? Like, we don't even know what her favorite
But see,
song is.
he will.
Yes, Steve will. Steve's
So you
there
guys
with
think,
her.
like, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think he's going to start singing?
He has to, because I thought that's what the other kid was going to do for Max. Like when they were looking for the tapes, I thought he was going to start singing the song, but he's going to have to sing it for her. He's
It's
gonna have
either
to.
that or, well, Max is technically like up there. So she can throw down her Discman or Walkman or whatever the fuck it is.
But they may not have her CD. I mean, her disc.
Oh yeah, they don't have her.
And then at
Guys,
some
we called
point-
it a tape. It was a
because
tape, guys.
it was
Come on,
tape.
or a
Tape.
cassette.
Tape.
Please, let's not diss the cassette. Thank you.
At some point, and I don't know if it will happen saving Nancy or somehow helping Eleven, but we see in the trailer, you see Eddie like ripping up the guitar in the upside down. And they pointed out his guitar, and they're in his trailer. So Eddie's at his trailer where his guitar is.
Oh, so he can throw down the
So
guitar.
I'm wondering if Eddie's going to come back because here's something they've set up. Again, good character development. Eddie's made multiple mentions of how all I do is run. Apparently that's all I do now is just run.
Right.
So Eddie's finally going to step up and be the hero for a change. Like he's going to go to the situation.
Or
So-
just throw down his guitar. Because Steve knows how to play the guitar, right?
Is Borg guessing
But in the
this?
trailer, we specifically see Eddie playing in the upside down.
Right.
That's true.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Is,
No, that's right.
is Borg
Wait, is
guessing
Borg
this? Or
right
does Borg
about
know?
this?
Yeah, I don't-
Or is he just fucking around?
Toto? I don't remember that. I
That
still can't get
song-
that Kate Bush song out of my head.
Africa Toto does play when Steve and Nancy are going over those cards that they showed in her house in season 1.
Yes.
I mean,
by
guys,
the
I've
way,
watched it so much, I know what songs are playing in this.
That's
I invited
amazing.
you. I knew you liked this show. By the way, that was also kind of crazy that I thought was really cool that they did that. That time was frozen in the upside
Right.
down from when Will was there.
Right.
What do you guys' thoughts on that? Jane, what do you think about the time being frozen?
I thought it was really interesting, especially because how they described it was how the characters realized that things were missing. And I thought that was just a very clever way to show us rather than tell us that was the case. But
Right.
otherwise, yeah, I thought it was really cool.
What about you, Scott? What did you think of the time?
You know, I think that was, it relates to when Will went missing and 11 opened up the door to the other side. But what I think Jane nailed it. Like, they do a really great job of giving you a little something at the beginning and then it pays off later on. Like the idea that she's going to get her guns. Well, these shoes, oh, it's frozen in time. Like, that is a perfect way to get around like these kids having guns and figuring out that there's other places they need to go. I thought
And
that
then
was
they
an
realize,
awesome
well,
idea.
but you've always had bikes, right?
Right, exactly.
Boom.
Like, they pay off well instead of like, you just have to assume, Leia got kidnapped. Of course, Obi-Wan's going to go save her, instead of writing it in a way that says only Obi-Wan comes and saves her or we kill her. That one line change could change the whole Kenobi show. But instead it was like gosh darn it, leave your post on Tatooine and go save Leia. Don't worry about Luke,
Oh my God. Real quick, George has to get going. George, thank you so much for coming by. You also sent a super sticker, so thank you so much for that. And I don't know if you want to give us your final thoughts on the season before you go, and also tell everyone where they can find you. His links are in the description down below.
I loved it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you great.
Because it's coming in and out. I loved it. I liked it much better than season 3. I think some of my favorite parts were where you had Max kind of in that when she's first experiencing those dreams, those nightmares, and she's being pulled in. I really like the way they use the power of song. And then when you tie that back to Creel, to the dad, I couldn't believe, which again, I can't believe right now. I just forgot his name. The guy who played Freddy Krueger, the actor's name.
Angram? No, whatever.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Creel, Victor Creel.
Mm-hmm.
So when he's explaining how it was a song that also had helped him, I think it was Dream a Little Dream. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. So I think this is a show.
Robert Englund.
I think it's Robert Englund. I think it's taken me back to the love that I had for it in season 1. Because season 3 pulled me out.
Me too. Season 2 and 3 pulled me out too, but season 4 definitely brought me back. So thank you, George, for being here. Everybody sub to George Molo. George is
George.
Great to see you, Jane.
Everything is in the description down below. So yeah, thank you
Scott.
again, George.
Yeah,
all right. Wonderful. Nice to meet you, Force of Light.
Love you,
Nice
buddy.
to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And then real quick, let me read the super chat. DL Ritter, thank you for the $5, says, it really isn't that hard to write certain characters, just write strong characters. That's how I'm writing mine. Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that you're being creative and writing your own characters. That's great.
Yes, definitely.
And then what was your thoughts on the time change, Natalie? Do we give that?
I haven't really come up with a theory on that. I just thought it was cool. I mean, that's all I can really say about it at this point.
I thought it
We'll
was
see.
cool
We'll see if
too.
they
It
do
was
anything with
different.
It was cool though.
This kid
Is like the devil.
creeper. Yeah, he's like a little fucker.
Yeah, man, he's freaky eyes. That kid.
He's awful.
Let me ask you a question though. The date is when Will disappeared, not when 11 opened the gate, right?
No,
Because-
it's when Will was taken back
okay,
out.
okay.
Like I think it's from when basically they rescue him.
Oh, I thought it was when he went missing.
Hold on. So the gate opens. The way that the Demogorgon first gets into Hawkins is 11
yes.
is in one of those water tanks, and she's walking in that room as she's like, walking through people's minds and thoughts. That room they would always do. It's like a black room
Right.
or white.
Yeah.
And she sees the Demogorgon in the upside down, and she goes over to touch him. And when his face goes up at her, she screams so loud that it literally rips a hole in the bottom of Hawkins' lab. And that's how it opens.
But now
they're saying it opened another way.
Yeah, because the way it looked, number 1 got thrown against the wall and it opened
that's
there.
what I'm wondering what they'll do, because either that would almost break their own canon, which I know they won't do.
Right.
Because it definitely seals totally back up somehow when Vecna goes through it, or 1 at the time.
Yeah,
so I'm interested to see what they're going to do with that. I've actually brought that up recently.
That was one of the confusions I had about it, because I was like, wait, are they saying that it started like earlier with him, but then she lost her memory because she forgot all
That's
of the
true.
stuff with him? So she lost her memory, and then now she's like, then she remembered like the Demigorgon, but then you know what I'm saying? It's because she had lost her memory, so she didn't remember
Right,
that that's
right.
how it started to begin with, and then she kind of like tapped in the middle. I don't
that
know.
kind of that last, like maybe they'll answer it in the last 2 episodes of
Yes.
this season, but
Mhm.
that crack now seems like it's the original,
That's what I
opening.
thought.
So I'm very confused on, what actually happened, because until you just said that about her getting grabbed, I forgot about that part. So
I think that was the whole point, though, is that she had repressed this, and now we know the origin of everything.
right. But
It
she
all
does
went
get
wrong.
grabbed in her mind. She's supposed to be like looking for something, and she finds the Demigorgon, and he pulls her, like they
Yeah.
connect, and that's how they open up that crack.
Yeah,
So-
because I was worried. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually kind of a little bit worried about it at the end of the season, where I was like, wait a minute, are they like retconning their own like story? Because it's like,
And I don't think they will.
I don't think they will either, but it's just kind of like, it was just a really weird thing to do that, to like say that, oh no, this is how you actually opened the gate, was through this.
right.
And
I
I
don't
was
Maybe
like,
that
well,
like that is the same spot. It just didn't open until later on. But like, oh wait a minute, she pushes him through, and then it seals up.
It totally seals.
It's totally seals, because all you see is like a little bit of the crack when he comes in and says, "What did you do?"
Yes.
So maybe when she sees the Demigorgon, maybe we could check out season 1. Like that's where it actually begins, because I thought it was in the lab, correct? Could it be that
and
same
it's
room?
that huge crack goes
Oh,
down
that's
the
right.
wall,
That's
and that's
right.
where they can all walk through it, is
Yeah,
through that
that's right.
gate. Like
it's this gate, and it remains
Yeah.
though, and she's still there, and she looks at it in the end, and she's like, oh shit, what the fuck did I do? And then she forgets her memory somehow.
Can I ask
but-
a really quick question, totally off topic?
Yeah,
Who
of
the
course.
hell asked for Morbius to be released in a movie theater?
The
How the
meme
hell did that
makers.
I
happen?
didn't see it.
Memers, apparently.
How the hell did that happen?
I
am
didn't
so
even know it
shocked.
was out. I was planning to go. Is it still out?
It's out again. They just
What, Jane? I
re-released
thought
it.
you saw it with me, and we reviewed it, and it was
We
fucking terrible.
did, but
Yeah,
I
Jane, you're
want
gonna
to
do
support.
exactly what I plan on doing. If I
I
don't
want to
see
support
it,
the meme.
I'm gonna
Oh
watch
my
it.
god, that's hilarious. Wait, okay, let's go back to season 1,
Yeah.
because I have access to it. So, wait, what would be the episode where
It's
they
like-
showed that? Do you guys remember?
I'll be looking as you look.
Yeah.
But while
think-
y'all look, I thought from the beginning that there was a problem with her being responsible for the massacre. So I don't think they're
Oh,
retconning. I
definitely.
think they knew from the very beginning that this was the direction they were headed in. It was just a very slow reveal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Hold
and
on,
it
hold on.
kind of would make sense that all the kids she met didn't hate her too either, because if she had killed everybody, they'd probably be like, well, fuck you.
Oh, dude, what a kick-ass girlfriend to have who has those powers. Like, that'd be dope.
I'm
Like,
trying
beat up
to
that
find
guy.
that
Take that
scene.
ice cream. Float me somewhere. Nobody.
Yeah, I'm
else?
trying to
No?
find that scene, but it's definitely not in season 1. At least not in the. Oh wait, not it's like not in the end of the episode anyway.
Yeah, it's
Might
not
be-
episode 1, season 1. It's like
No, not episode 1, season 1. Episode 1, season or
Oh.
episode 1, or sorry, season 1, episode 8.
oh,
what I
what
was
are we
looking
looking
at.
again now? I'm sorry.
We're trying to figure out like when
on.
she opened the what they said in the first season of how she opened the portal.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm
valid
trying to
point.
find this too.
And I can't find it right now.
Yeah,
Okay, I found the scene where she's like walking in the dark.
Okay.
And she's like, okay, so she's like in this pool.
Yes.
Yeah. While you
This
guys
is-
are looking for that, hey, 92 people watching, hit the like button and
That
subscribe to
one's
everybody
a
on the
different
panel.
one, Nina. That one's at the end of season 1.
Yeah. So this
Right.
is it. And then she's like in like this thing.
But she's gonna find Barb and Will there.
Oh, right.
This is
That's
the
fine.
okay.
There's
So
one.
this is-
It's like either the first or second episode.
Okay.
That, and I think it's maybe the second, because you don't even know, you don't
Right.
even see 11 till the very end of the
Right.
first episode. So it has
Right.
to be either like 2 or 3.
I'm in on it. I'm looking. I'll go to
Okay.
3. I'll go to chapter 3. You do 2.
Okay, I'm doing too.
I got to
I
say,
will-
there's not many shows that can, for the majority of fans, have an amazing first season, The next 2 seasons are really, really iffy, and then come back really like I've heard some people not like this season, and they said it was like a slow burn. I thought it was fantastic. I thought they hit it out of the park. Can you think of any other show that was able to make a really like comeback in a way they did with this season so far?
I can
can't.
think of one, but then it fell off again, and that's Fear the Walking Dead. It had a
Oh.
fantastic first season. Second season was an absolute disaster.
Mhm.
Third season was amazing, but they lost everyone by then. And then
Right.
after that, it's just been a train wreck.
Yeah, that one kid is Voldemort and the son of oh crap, the king in Game of Thrones that died, Stannis.
Oh, see, okay, so in episode 2, you do see scenes of her like being tortured and
Right.
stuff, and she gets thrown into like solitary, which we don't ever see this actually in the new season. I don't remember this room.
Yeah,
no,
they're not-
because everything that we see in season 1 happened after the massacre.
right. So she remembers that stuff. It's
Ah.
all they're doing is going back to where she doesn't remember.
Because by the time we meet her in season 1, she's the only kid at Hawkins' lab.
Right.
Right, yeah, because I mean, but I thought she like escaped after
I
that.
thought
The
that
timing
this
is
was gonna
throwing
be-
me
yeah.
off.
Well, see, this is like when this happens, it's 1979 in season
Yes.
4. And she doesn't escape for another 4 years, is it?
Yeah.
83, right? So, she's just a little kid that kills all the other test subjects. And do they know? That's my other question. Does the doctor know for a fact that number 1 was the one who actually did it because he wasn't there when he came in the room? Like, does the
I
I
bet-
think he
I
does
bet
know
Brennan
because they had
knows.
cameras.
right?
Well, and I think Brenner knows because that's why that says he feared him. Like
Right.
he knew.
Right.
he
I
was
just
kinda
wonder why,
crazy.
like, he would say, "What did you do to her?" Maybe because it was right after the fact and he didn't look
Yeah.
at the film yet. I guess. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
the
and once
timing
he
is
real-
throwing me off now. Like I almost feel like I gotta go back and watch season 1 just so I can remember like how the fuck she even
It was.
did
It
what
was
she
a
did.
dark. It was like she was in the pitch black, and
And
she
she
did it
sees the
multiple times,
Demogorgon.
didn't she?
What'd you say?
She was in that black.
Yes,
like,
because that's
void.
anytime she like goes and she's like, what is that even called? Whatever, where
Yeah.
she's like in people's minds.
Yeah, she's like there's a psychic like
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, we're. I'll keep looking. You host. And
Yeah, I mean
will find it.
I'm looking through the episode 3 now, but I couldn't find it.
Oh, I did 3 and 4 already. I'm on
I was
5.
gonna say that Natalie and I this weekend, Thursday, we stopped and we're gonna have a video coming out probably tomorrow, Tuesday. But we went and saw the Krill House and then also the cemetery that they did episode 4 in, Dear Billy.
Oh,
Oh.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
the
did you
house-
like that moment? Did you? I'm sorry to
Oh,
interrupt
yeah,
you.
that
I
episode
thought that was
awesome.
powerful with Max and her talking to her brother at the graveyard.
Yeah, no, I
couldn't-
thought that whole episode was just awesome.
That episode was one
Okay,
of
I
the
got
best I've seen in a long time. Oh, you got it? Okay,
Episode
perfect.
5, around the 34-minute mark, 35-minute mark, if you want to look.
Episode 5. Okay.
Yep,
Episode
she's going
5,
into the tank.
and then 34-minute.
You got to love our people in our chats, I hate using the word fans, but the people that watch us, because 96 people just sat there while we were going through episodes.
Yep.
Not even showing them that we're going through, just like in the background going through and mumbling stuff to each other. And they're all like killing it in the chat.
They're
about
so
it.
nice.
They're
We're
the
thinking about
best.
it too, though.
Yeah, that's the best part. I love this.
This is
community.
it. This is when she went into the tank. And then, oh my God, I forgot she had like blonde hair. Is that weird?
Now this looks like a little 11. That
It
one
is.
This season was.
What did you
terrible.
think of that little 11 animation?
I mean, they did.
'Cause we thought it
the
was
best they
garbage.
could, I guess.
So it must come later on.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was,
What did you say? I'm sorry. What did you think of it?
I said I think they did the best they could.
Oh my God, it was terrible.
It was tough.
43:39. 43
there it
minute
is.
mark. It shows
she's
her like
she's in
looking
her
at that.
in the zone now.
Yeah.
And then she sees that dude.
Yeah.
It's the Russian dude.
So it must go into episode 6 where they give us more about that. What a great first season. Oh my God.
Yeah,
This
it was
show is
awesome.
amazing.
I hated the blonde hair. Remote viewing. I think it's funny that you guys mentioned that like this season had a comeback. I feel like it did too. At least for me, it did because I really like. I was debating whether or not I should watch season 4, and then I was like,
same here. I heard a
lot
lot
of
of
people
bad
were.
stuff.
I
Like, a lot of
didn't
people
even hear
didn't like
anything.
it.
I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm bored as shit, and Stranger Things is out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see the first episode just to see what it's like.
Yeah.
And then it was so fucking good. So I was like, okay, all right, it's not that bad. Let's keep going. And then
Yeah.
it turned out to be fucking great. And I was like, oh,
Thank
that's
God.
surprising.
It's so nice to have, like, there is real entertainment out there, and you just have to look for it. But there is good entertainment out there, you know, and I wish, you know, a lot of the times, even on my channel, we talk about the negative because we're fighting something that they're trying to do. And I understand that. But like, I promised myself, like, at least once a week to talk about something positive that we're watching, you know, something that I really enjoyed watching. And like, I didn't mind The Boys as much as a lot of people did the first 3 episodes. I mean, it's graphic, it's crazy. They make fun of everybody. So I'm okay with that. It's not the same as season 1, but it's not a Kenobi. Holy crap.
Yeah, I haven't watched The Boys
Oh,
yet because of the whole.
it's
I heard
warped.
season 2 is fucking terrible.
Well,
so I was
I
like,
gotta
oh.
say, season, like, one of the episodes, they go to Maeve's all-inclusive kingdom, and there's like woke walk and like
was
rainbow
so funny.
flags every. Oh man, I laughed. Like, but and then they did
Woke
woke walk. Like, you get noodles there, and like
It's
everything.
basically future Disney.
It really was. That's what I tweeted
Oh
out.
wow.
I'm like, I said, inclusive kingdom greater than Disney, you know, Disneyland. But, you know, like they do a good job at making fun of, you know, hardcore left, hardcore right, gay, straight. They don't
I
care.
found it.
Yeah. Oh, I shared it.
Oh,
I'm
there
sorry.
you are. You found it too.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I thought you saw that. My bad.
No, I didn't. That's okay. But okay, so
I'll play
yeah,
it. Yeah.
because it's like literally that scene. Don't play it though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just
Pause
bring
it.
it to that part.
Just bring it to that part because Netflix is
Right
gonna.
there.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's when she sees the Demigorgon the first time.
Who were the villains? Okay, so we got the Demigorgon in season 1, the Mind Flayer in season
2.
2. Was he
And
also
it's
3?
And it's technically
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
2
mean,
and
the-
3.
The
Okay.
Mind Flayer is really the big bad because
Right.
it said that Vecna is like his
general.
His
But
general.
I
Yeah.
see. Is he his general, or is he going rogue? I don't know yet. I feel like he's doing his own thing because in his mind he's the most powerful. I don't know. I have a weird feeling about that.
Yeah, I think he's one. So I think he is the most powerful. At least he thinks he is.
Mhm.
And I think that house is separate from whatever the Demigorgon's got going on.
Right.
So I think he's trying to hide it from the Demigorgon.
But there was
I don't
nobody
know.
else. There was nobody else in season 3. It was still the Mind Flayer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Mind Flayer just used like humans to create a flesh creature. Yeah.
That's right. That's
Okay.
Right. I didn't
Well-
hate season 3 actually. Now that I think about it, I didn't.
Listen,
it was-
people are
it was
going
better
back
than
and
others.
rewatching 2
Yeah.
and 3 and finding out it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, the thing too is they're watching it after watching Kenobi.
Oh God.
So like, you know, it's
yeah.
great actually. It's
It's
wonderful,
way better than Kenobi.
Oh my God. Kenobi.
fantastic.
I mean,
Wow.
I feel for you because I know you're a big Star Wars fan, correct? Like you and your sister. Like,
Yes.
I mean, look at the name of your channel. It must be heartbreaking to see what they're doing to such an amazing character. Like, and Ewan McGregor does the best he can with the
he does.
dialogue they
He's the
give
best
him.
part.
Yeah, but the fight with, like, him running.
That was pathetic. And okay, here's another thing that stands out watching these 2 shows together. How does Stranger Things look so much more cinematic
Right.
than Star Wars?
right.
Like, come on.
It looks like
people.
garbage.
Like,
it looks like garbage.
that show, it's like apparently, I mean, if you don't have enough money to make this look cinematic, just don't do it, Disney.
Don't do it.
Apparently, you can't.
Just don't do it.
I feel the same way about the Rings of Power, the trailer. Like, why
Oh.
does it look cheap? Where's the
Yeah.
money going?
That's how I feel about all MCU films now. I'm
Yep.
like, why does MCU look so fucking bad? Like, it looks so cheap and just terrible. But like, okay, so like,
But this show is beautiful.
Yeah, this show is beautiful. And I gotta say though, the one thing that threw me off, I think, about season 2 and 3 too, was that I thought the kids were like super ugly. Like,
Well, they were going through that period.
They were like so cute in season 1, and I was
and then
like, this is
puberty hit.
freaking adorable. And then they hit puberty, and that like they just went through like this really ugly
What a
phase,
hater.
like all of the kids.
That's how kids are.
I know, and
I'm
now
calling
they're still ugly, but they're like
Yeah.
at least coming into themselves now. So
They
like
have
it's
to
not
make
that
her-
awkward feel like
They have to
period
make her
anymore.
look ugly. They have to actually make Millie Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown.
They're literally putting her in like, frumpy clothing to make her look ugly because
Yeah,
she
because
is a
she's
very
super
good-looking
cute.
girl.
Yeah,
They
she's
do that.
really pretty. And then they're like, you need to be uglified. Like,
Yeah, you gotta be
seriously.
frumpy.
I feel like that's a thing now with girl characters anyway. But here,
Yeah,
at least
right.
I think it makes sense in context.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Well,
I mean,
it's not
she's
like they
supposed
give
to
the guys good haircuts outside of Steve Harrington.
I know,
I mean,
right?
that one kid's flat
pretty
top
fair.
Hilo is amazing.
Oh, I gotta say, there was another one that like I laughed my ass off, was the joke about Dustin's teeth.
And he's
yeah.
like too far. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, it was like
Oh,
too
what did he
far,
say?
bro. And I like laughed my ass off because
teeth
I
knocked
know
out.
that was actually a thing, because
Yep.
he struggled with like that disease where he doesn't grow the teeth, and then I guess he's had like plastic surgery now,
Really?
so
I
that
didn't know that.
so that he can have teeth. And then that guy was like, he
That
made
makes that
some
joke even
what was
better.
the joke? He was like, I'm gonna like punch you and like punch your teeth
Yeah, he's
out,
like,
and he's like,
I'll punch your 2 teeth out. And he's like too far, man. He's like, I know, I'm sorry, or something like that.
yeah, that was great because it was like such a like it was like an on point joke about.
And
what actually
another
goes
on point joke with Dustin and Steve is Steve's already been like, can't you sound like humble occasionally? Like
Yeah.
something like that. Like, and they set it up, and then later Dustin's like mouthing off, and Eddie and Steve look at each other and they go, it's the tone, right?
Right, I love that
Like, just because how it rubs them the wrong way.
Yeah, totally. There was a lot of really good stuff like that about this season, which I thought was missing in the last 2 seasons. Like I
Yeah.
feel like they went back to what really worked in the first season.
It's the
and
friendship.
It's the
It's-
friendship
and
and
the-
the dialogue and all
Right,
the little
kids talking like
jokes.
kids, like saying
Listen.
messed up things to each other. I still do it with my friends today.
And then
I'm
not
saying it-
taking themselves too seriously.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying it to all of you right now. I challenge you to watch 2 and 3 again, and I think you'll think differently about it this time. You'll like enjoy it more.
Right.
I don't know if I'll ever watch season 2 again. I'll tell you that much right now. That
Season 2 has one of my favorite episodes of television.
Really?
Like-
Which episode?
It's like episode.
Like
it's episode
what was
8.
it about?
It's episode 8, and if you took out that terrible The Lost Sister episode,
Right.
it would have been 7. Like Hopper's down in the lab, and he hears these hounds, and he looks down, and all of a sudden the demi dogs are coming up, and then episode 8 picks up with that, and it's when the demi dogs are loose in the lab.
Uh-huh.
And that
Oh,
whole
right, that is-
episode is just
yep.
like heart pounding.
Yep. That was a
Ah.
good. That was a great horror chase scene. And
Oh,
Bob
it was awesome.
Bob was still alive, right?
Yes, and that's where
What a
it's
great
the episode
character.
that Bob dies, and you're
What
like, oh, you're like in horror watching it
Yes.
happen.
Because Bob
Yeah.
was a great character. Like,
He
yes,
was.
now I'm realizing I'm not with the hate anymore. I didn't mind season 2 and 3.
I've
thought it was
forgotten
good.
it. Like that's how that's how forgettable and like lame it was to me. I don't even know who the fuck you guys are talking about. I'm like, who's
gotta
Bob?
I'm
Like
gonna ask
I've
Mrs. Spork.
It's
forgotten
Sean
it.
Austin.
Did we watch season 1
Sean
of
Austin?
Netflix?
Is that his name? The guy from Goonies
Yes, it's
and Rudy?
It's Sean Austin.
Oh yeah, that guy. Oh
bring it in
yeah. I didn't want him to die. I remember.
It was
like,
sad.
I was sad that he died.
He took one for the team.
He
All right,
did.
my wife is yelling at me right now because I did watch seasons 2 and 3 without her because she got a little lost, and so we're gonna go back and rewatch. I didn't wait. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
love you.
how
Thank you for letting me
dare
stream.
you, Scott? My God. Hi, Mrs. Sporking.
They say hi, honey. I love you. You got a fan club?
How dare you?
I deserve that. I deserve that. We're gonna rewatch season 2 and 3 because
Okay.
I want to
You
see
should.
how
You
it
should.
is.
Report back to me.
I will. We'll have you on the dump, and I will tell you if I liked it or not.
I like how you just got in trouble. Like she came in to mouth you off. She was like, "F you, man."
Well, I couldn't remember
you.
if I did that, so I just asked her because I'm a moron.
That's so funny. Oh my God. Okay. Let's give our final thoughts of the season, part 1, and then give our theories
Ooh.
for season or like the part 2, what we think is going to happen. Let's start with Scott.
Okay, so my final thoughts on the beginning. I didn't realize. I thought this was the last season, and then I didn't even realize it was in 2 parts. Thank you for telling me, Nina or Jane. One of you guys told me. Thank God, because I was all confused. The only thing I think I truly did not like was the CGI of younger 11. It was done way better in Captain America 10 years ago. I think they could have put a little more effort in that, but that's something I could completely...
It was better than the Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, you are absolutely
I didn't
right
see
on
that either, so I have no
yeah.
point of reference.
Season that first the last episode of that season. Yeah, you're absolutely right. God bless you on that one. And I'm sorry, but as a whole, this season is probably my second favorite season. I like the villain. I like how the characters have grown friends. Sometimes when they get to high school, one will start playing sports and move away. Like, I like how they really captured high school in any decade. That's high school, and they friendships. If they ship, my theory is if they ship Will and, try to do that, it's going to backfire, and they really
Well, it's not going to work, Scott, because like the friend is in love with 11. Like Will is not going to like turn gay all of a sudden, unless he's bi, in which case that would also be fucked
Second
up.
bi person, that's wrong. So what I would say is the picture he was working on, the artwork is them on a speeder on. It wouldn't be Endor's moon. It would be Tatooine, because that's all we go to now. And they're shirtless. Other than that, I'm really enjoying the season. I think the kids' acting has gotten a lot better. I was also over the Russians in season 3, but I'm back in with Jack and Agar and everything that's going on. I hope he survives. I have a feeling one of the main kids is going to die to build up the last, because I swear I thought next season must be the last. Then it's going to build up something, and then the Mind Flayer will come back. But these last 2 episodes or movies, it's either
better not fucking be Steve. I
think
you that
that's what
right
I was
now.
just about to say. It's going to be Steve, because they're not going to break up, who are still together in real life. Jonathan and what's her name? She is, she's just feeling a little left out because he didn't show up. He canceled, and Steve's there, comfortable like an old pair of slippers, and he's going to end up dying, and Jonathan will come back in and save the day.
I don't like that prediction.
Yeah,
I
would hate it too, because I
Scott.
love Steve. I've loved him even when he was a jerk. But
I loved him when he was a jerk too.
I hope
I
Eddie
hate
lives.
if your prediction comes true,
It's
I'm
my
gonna
fault.
hate you.
I'll still be coming on your episodes and channel.
Yeah,
You can't
but
stop me.
I'm gonna like hate that so much.
I'm agreeing with you. I will hate it, because Steve by far is like my favorite character. I think he's had the most growth of anybody. And
yeah, me too.
Literally went from that stereotypical 80s rich kid jock douchebag to like the hero and friend of nerds. Like, so you gotta love him for that.
Okay, Jane, tell us your final thoughts of this part 1 and your theory, Jane theory, for part 2.
I really, really enjoyed this season. Well, this part of the season. I felt it was a comeback. They got back to good old-fashioned storytelling, focusing on the characters again. I love that they're not subverting or retconning, but they are adding context to the story by giving us that sort of additional backstory about what happened. That just adds to the mystery of the show overall. And they do that quite well. There were scenes, like I said, where I was actually on my feet or screaming. Like, I just could not believe it. Some of the things that were happening. So
I was like this
enjoyable.
in episode 4. Like, I was like this. I was like,
that last Jane said, when she fell through the ceiling and didn't end up on the other side,
I was
confused.
I wasn't ready for that.
No, me either.
It shook me to my core. For some reason, I had an overreaction to it. It was really bizarre.
Aw. I love that.
But and that's what I love about the show, is that it feels so good to watch. In terms of predictions, I mean, it's hard to say, because I've been so surprised by the direction they've gone in so far. I do kind of agree that we're going to lose a major character.
I do
But
too.
I
I
can't
think it's
even
gonna
begin
happen.
to tell you who it's going to be. I know I'm just going to be broken by whoever they choose.
It's
But I
gonna be
do
the
like to
black
see it.
kid
It
because
has to
it's
be.
the
You think so?
80s.
Max and
It's
him,
gotta
Max
be
and
the
him
black
didn't get back
kid. Come on
together.
now.
If they
Yeah.
do that, I'm just going to be like, really? That's going to be my whole tweet.
Yeah, Jane, if they do it, all I'm gonna send you is like eyes tweet. It's gonna
Yeah.
be eyes tweet. Like, did you see that?
No, I think it's either gonna be the black kid because they're gonna be on the nose about it, or it's gonna
Don't
be
you?
Steve because
Oh, I
it's
was
gonna
gonna. Yeah,
because they know that Steve's a fan favorite and it
yeah.
would
Yeah.
hurt
They
the most.
they've set it up. It's like I don't know how anybody hasn't else seen this. They set him up getting killed. Like she. It's all about her right there. And I'm not
Because
meaning that in a
they're
bad
not
way.
gonna because they're not gonna kill off Will because Will
No.
was the kid that they rescued in season 1. What's the
Right.
point of killing him in season
Right,
4? There's
right.
no
Right.
fucking point. They're
And
not
I-
gonna do it with the boyfriend. Well,
Right.
actually, maybe they might. Maybe
Who,
that's
Jonathan?
how 11 loses her mind is if they kill Jonathan.
Ooh.
You mean Mike?
No, Mike.
No, well, yeah, Mike. Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, that would be
They
awesome.
could kill Mike, and then Mike will like
He has a great
lose.
name.
Trigger
Or,
11?
It's like
yeah,
Wolfgang.
11 will lose her ever loving
What could
mind if Mike
most trigger
dies.
her to go straight evil?
Or that, yeah. Or like what Cindy says here, if Nancy dies and Jonathan blames Steve and then Jonathan turns villain. That could also happen. But I could see Mike dying and then 11 just going like just rage.
Right,
like,
because he's everything. Like
What
the,
if-
And
she
then
wanted
maybe-
to
and
fake her
then-
life for him.
and
What
then
if-
maybe Steve brings her back, like because
Right.
like he's that friend that loved Mike too. And then like, I don't know, somehow like he could save her this time. I
What
don't
are your
know.
thoughts
I'm
about
sorry
it
to-
being 11?
Well, oh.
Like 11
No.
dies? I don't
I mean,
know about that.
She is like hot right now, so maybe trying to get out of her own contract. I don't know, but
No, because they have like 2 more seasons, right, Michelle?
They have one more, the 5th
One
and
more.
That's why I don't think anyone's going to die. Well, for start, okay, if someone dies, it's going to be Eddie or that Russian guard.
don't you kill Eddie or the Russian. That's Jakar
The
Agar.
Russian guard, I can
But
see
that's
that.
that's what they do because it's like they make you fall in love with a new character and then they
Mhm.
kill said character.
Hashtag Bob.
Because this is and I'm sure again this was more true to the 80s. They're not getting out there. I just don't think anyone's going to die. This
Yeah,
is
because they tried to
Sexuality,
kill up Hopper too, and then
and
lo
we
and
all knew that
behold,
wasn't
Hopper's
happening because the show
alive.
fundamentally doesn't work without Hopper.
So
Yeah.
will they do once again the you think they're dead but they're somewhere else type thing? Like that they can't go to that well again, can they?
I mean, they can if they want for one more time, but I just don't think any of the main.
Yes,
Okay, if one dies, you guys, I mean, don't actually even say "I told you so." No, I'm crying, but I think we're expecting the Duffer Brothers to do what today's Hollywood does, and that
True.
is like you said, make it hurt the most. It's like
Yeah.
this is kind of a feel good show.
Right.
Like
Like
I
killing
think
off
they're
somebody in
not they're
Goonies.
not going to do that. It's old school. It's like let's give the audience what they want. Like
Yeah, no.
that's what it is. And the way they usually go. So I'll be shocked if a main character dies.
No, you know what? That's a very valid point. Like
What-
it would be killing Mouth and Goonies. You know, like you just
Yes.
don't do that.
Jane, you were gonna say something. I feel like
Yeah, I was
Smart.
thinking about sort of it again and the situation where maybe they do survive, but that we get a flash forward
oh,
and they have to get back together.
that'd be
to fill
interesting.
another hole.
I did. You know what? I gotta say, I did expect them to like speed it up a little
a
bit
couple
in terms
years?
of like in terms of bringing back Hopper because we
Oh,
still
yeah.
haven't seen them reunited. So obviously part 2, I think like the part
Well, they
2
did
episodes-
reunite.
But
They hugged.
was
No,
him
the
and Joyce.
kids.
Oh.
Him
But
and
was
Joyce
that
were
not
the-
just such a sweet moment? Him and Joyce. I
Oh my
rewound
God.
it.
Oh,
Powerful.
it was so good. It was so
Yeah.
good, but I can't wait until 11 sees
11,
him.
yes.
Like that, like I was waiting for that. So I was
I
kind
mean-
of expecting that to like the season to end on that point, like of him seeing 11 again. But like that hasn't happened yet. So I'm
Nina,
waiting
did
for
you
that.
notice she left her door open 3 inches?
Yes.
In
Yeah.
her bedroom because that's what he told her to do. Like, dude, there's some moments where I know, like, guys are allowed to have emotions too.
Oh my god. I know there was certain things, but I was waiting for that reunification. And I think that's what I'm looking forward to the most is I'm
Yes.
looking forward to 11 and Hopper, like just locking eyes again. And like
Mhm.
her reaction to seeing him, like I'm waiting for that.
What will happen now
that's
that
gonna be a good
Papa's
scene.
back and him coming back? Oh, that's gonna be good.
And the mom is gonna come back.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like all the parents, I feel like really just were really great in this episode or like in this season as well. Like just them being totally lost and being like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like I love that
Mike's
kind of shit. That
parents.
was great.
I love Mike's parents. His dad is so just like, maybe they should spend a night in jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I
that
ask you
was
guys a
great.
question though, Nina? Like, how did you feel about the beginning with 11? Like the whole like her lying and to Mike and telling her like she has these
She
friends.
was being
and,
annoying.
Yeah, like. And like,
But I get it.
I get it too. Like it was like she didn't want him to worry. I don't know what that was. Like because
She was just being. She was. I think she was just like feeling like she didn't want him to. Yeah, she didn't want him to worry, and she didn't want him to kind of think like that. All that they went through, that she's still like this abnormal girl that can never be accepted because she's abnormal and like she's she's 11.
Okay.
And I think like part of it is like she didn't have her powers, so she didn't feel as strong anymore. So I think she was just kind of like wanting to like overcompensate for being strong and like lying about all that to him. It makes sense. Like, I mean, when I was a teenager, I lied about stupid shit. I lied about having a boyfriend when I was a teenager because I was like alone and I wanted one. And I was like, and the guy that liked me didn't want to go out with me. So I was like, like, no, he is my boyfriend. Like, and he totally wasn't. And then I got found out and I was like, oh no, this is why you don't lie.
Well, you don't lock him up in the basement, Nina.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that and that too. But there's certain things that, you do as a teenager that you just like don't realize that you're doing. And I actually thought it was really realistic. I liked that part.
Yeah.
Even though
I
I
was
thought
wondering
she
from
was
a girl's point of
annoying,
view.
but I liked it because that's what kids do.
And her not
So-
having her powers and then just being like, I gotta hurt this girl. Boom with that skate. Priceless. Because that
Loved
girl
it.
played a great bitch.
Oh,
She
dude, that
did.
part
Oh
when
my
she
God.
assaulted that girl, though,
Yeah.
like I was like, dude,
You could have killed her.
that's kind
Yeah.
of psycho.
Still,
Like
the
I was
whole
like,
Was it psycho? They hit her first.
Yeah.
no,
and
that
the
was
questioning
psycho.
her.
She went for the fucking head, dude. She
Well,
went
that's
like,
what you do.
I'm
You
ending
stop
you.
them. You
I hit
stop
my next door,
bullies.
I hit my next door neighbor with a little Yankee wooden bat when I was a kid because I wanted to hear the sound. It didn't make the sound I thought it would. You'll learn lessons after you do that. She won't hit a girl with a skate again.
She'll just explode their brain.
Yeah.
I
well, hey,
felt
whatever.
like this was a perfect because today kids are overprotected. Parents won't just let kids socialize and
Go to
handle
skating
problems in
rinks.
their own way.
Yep.
The reality is you would have fewer bullies if you would let kids
Just
defend
beat the
themselves.
shit
Yep.
out of each other. I mean, I kind of agree. I kind of
It's
agree to
true.
that because you and I are on the same page, though, Jane, because we think they should bring back dueling in like fucking
That's true.
Congress and stuff,
Fucking
which I'm
awesome.
down
It
for.
would
Like,
solve a
I'm
lot of
also
problems.
down with like selecting a champion to fight for you. Like, if you can't do it yourself because
Or
you're
you're
weak,
rich enough. Yeah.
yeah, or you're rich enough, like, you can just be like, hey, I'm gonna hire like the
Yeah.
fucking most strongest person to be my
Right.
champion. Like, I'm fine for that, and then whoever wins. Like,
That's wins.
that's
Nobody
fine.
gets a
I have
charge.
Gina Carano fighting
No.
for me.
No charges. No,
Or go
no.
to jail. Just think about how you won't have drive-bys
Right.
anymore. All this violence that you
Well,
see
also,
you won't have.
you don't have parents calling cops for like wanting kids arrested for like putting his arm around his third grade, girlfriend he
Yeah.
thinks he has. Like the shit we have gone too far in the world. Like take me back to 86, like or 84. I want to go back to I remember this era where, a seatbelt. Come on. There wasn't child seats. I used to sit like in the middle, like on the floor. Like we used
They
to
still
roll
do
down.
in Mexico.
I don't even
Dude,
know
in
what a helmet
Mexico,
was.
dude, in Mexico, you gotta see the fucking shit that goes on here. Like you got like
Living La Vida
a
Loca.
family of 5 on like a scooter bike, like no helmets on. Like there's like babies in between them and shit. And I'm like,
Nice.
dude, what is happening
It
on this
toughens
freaking
them
bike?
out.
Nice.
George Molo sent in $20. Thank you so much, George. Says, all hail the most amazing panel, the brilliant Jane, the all utility spork, and the light and the
Thank you.
dark force of light. All hail Dungeons and Dragons, and the only lady of infinite hope, Nina. Oh my God, George, you have way with words.
Nina,
Like,
you're getting a lot of props with the hope. The infinite hope
Yeah.
is a freaking treasure. Like, you don't know how much joy you bring to a lot of people. I get a lot of people telling me, like, in different areas, like, how much that one stream means to them. So keep it up. I'm going to steal your idea, too.
Oh,
what?
that's so that's so
it does.
true.
It does. I'm sorry I have to make something sweet and then make a joke because I feel uncomfortable, but it's true.
No, but people
really
tell
happy.
you that about my
yeah.
show?
Oh, yeah. I've heard it multiple times how it, like, they're so happy to get something positive.
Oh,
you know,
that's
because
so good to
they
hear.
know you'll talk about the negative, but it's nice that you also point out the positive, which is important. That's
I'll
why
always balance it out.
Things we love. Talk about things we love too.
You got to be a force of light, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
In the world of darkness.
You guys are. Your channel is
George
awesome.
also says, first fight I ever had in school when I was a kid, I was surprised that there were no sound effects like in the movies. All hail to the bully
Dude,
slayers.
the first time you hit someone, it isn't like a kerbang. It's like a thud, and you're like, oh, that felt weird.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll never forget it.
Oh. Okay, so like my theories for the next 2 episodes is one, obviously, that we're gonna see the meetup between Hopper and the mom and the parents and blah blah blah. 2, I think there is going to be a death. Most likely, I think it will be either I don't want it to be Steve, but I think it might be Steve, like at the very final thing, or maybe possibly Mike, because then that way, like 11 gets sets off, and it'll be like a whole thing.
I wish it would be Mac.
Who? Max?
Yeah.
You're a ginger hater.
Dude, I
issues with
almost
you right
wanted
now.
it to be Max, but now it can't be Max because they had that whole episode 4 about her and how they
I know
rescued
that's
her.
what
You're
would make
such
it
a
so
ginger
fun.
hater. Oh my God. It should
that
be
would
her
make
black
it fun,
boyfriend. How do you
Jane.
feel when I say that, Jane? The poor ginger girl.
I know, right?
You know, they'll
Kill
never,
them
you
both.
know, I would be fine
That
with
would
them
be
killing
funny.
the lesbian too, but they're
No,
not going
I
to
like
kill
her.
the lesbian on Pride. There's no way. Like,
I
that's
like
just not.
I like the lesbian, and she still has to get her band playing friend.
Although Pride Month's going to be over July, so maybe they will kill her.
Oh my God, that's how they end. That's how they end Pride Month, by killing off a bisexual person. Oh my God, Duffer Brothers, you would go down
Oh
in
my
history.
God. She's just useless at
That's
this point.
fantastic.
But anyways, I don't know. I don't know what else is going to happen. I mean, obviously there's going to be a showdown between 11 and this
One.
wizard. Yeah, 11 and 1. I mean, they're going to meet again, and she's going to have her memories back. So there's going to be a showdown. Now, whether the showdown is going to be, because this is 2 episodes only, and what the last episode is going to be like movie length. So I feel like it's going to be left off on some sort of cliffhanger again. So whether they kill off one is like going to be remain to be seen. Because you think like for episode 5, they're going to make it, or season 5, they're going to make it that, you know, it's kind of like a conglomerate of all the evil people, like, you know, so that
something,
it's not gonna like that, and that's why they're not gonna kill off one. It's gonna be like all of the, like, Mind Flayer, this dude, Demigorgons, you know, all the fucking dogs, like, you know, everything that we saw as an enemy that is going to be basically coming up to the finale, like for the season.
Well, it's got to be big, right?
Go big or go home. I feel like so I don't know if we're gonna see an actual resolution of if they're gonna kill off one or not. That I'm wondering how they're gonna do this.
What would happen in the D&D game? How would it play out?
Ooh, well,
in a D&D game, I feel like they would kind of sort of kill it off and not really, maybe seal it away, and then like the seal would break for season or the next game.
Doesn't he kind of say that at the end of their game they're playing? Like, he kind of said that the guy came back. Like, wasn't he dead? Oh God, we can't fight him. Like, so I could see them thinking that Vecna is dead and him coming back in season 5, and maybe actually there being like more than just them coming after the kids, but Vecna and Mind Flayer going after each other.
That would be interesting, Scott, because
Yes.
I can see that if he is a rogue general.
Yep.
Hey, that could be interesting. Wow, a lot of interesting theories. Low spec Linux laptop says the ginger side's strong on this panel. It is.
Messed up, isn't it?
Not saying anything. Okay, well, that's the show. Part 1 of Stranger Things. Thank you so much, my panel and the guest, for joining me today. Thanks, Michelle. God, I always mix up your name with your sister.
No, Michelle, you said it.
Did I say that right? Okay, great.
Yeah.
I hate when I do stuff like
Did
that.
Sporking just go gay?
No, I'm
did
just
for a
representing and caring about everybody.
Oh, wow.
Happy
okay.
Pride Month.
I
Need
think
your
you're missing
subs.
some colors, though, right?
Well, I got the pan one too. I'll get that.
Oh God. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for joining. And for next time, I hope you and your sister both can make it because we'll definitely be doing a review for the part 2 as well. So I would love if you guys came on and hung out with us. Because I know she's a fan too, like almost as big as you, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. She loves it.
So so you're both invited for the next one. But please tell everyone where they can find you.
Yes, you can find me at Force of Light Entertainment on YouTube, me and my sister's channel there. And then you also, so go subscribe. And then you also, and especially if you like Stranger Things, we got a lot of Stranger Things content. And then also you can find me at Force of Light Entertainment on Instagram and Twitter.
Yay! And I will put the links in the description because you came here, so I will be adding that to the description as well. And Scott, tell everyone where they can find you.
Thank you, Nina Infinity. I'm Scott, Sporky News Podcast. Saturday nights, you can come to Sporky News on its Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and all those other rumbles and stuff like that. Saturday night is our usual big show. We had over 5,000 people that came through last night, which is huge for my channel. Yeah. I didn't get 5,000 subs people. I just had 5,000 people come through, but
that was a lot. That's a lot though.
It was a lot. We were
lot.
holding about 300 to 180 the whole time, but Jane is a regular and Mark with the C is on every week and George, Raging Rhino, Culture. So I would love for you guys to check that out. I also have Mad Mardigan on Wednesdays running a stream on my channel so I can start coming to Sundays more. And tomorrow is the first ever aluminum spork where we talk conspiracies. We talk ancient histories, aliens, stuff like that.
Ooh,
that sounds interesting.
That'll be tomorrow
That
night.
sounds cool.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do that.
What time
forever.
are you going to do that?
I think around 7:30 tomorrow. So
7:30 Eastern or what?
Yeah, Eastern. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, 7:30 Eastern. Check out Sporking News Podcast. The link is in the description.
Thank you, buddy.
Jane.
Yes.
Last but not least, Jane Theory. Where can people find you?
You can find me here on YouTube where I post movie and television reviews and occasionally some pop culture commentary. You can also find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Jane Theory.
There you go. And all of her links in the description. Anatoria's back. This is cool. It says if it's D&D style speculation, lots of possibilities, but likely someone will be recruited and the rest caught in the middle of a BBEG war.
So who's the weakest mentally right now?
Interesting.
Ooh, I like that.
I think it might be the dude. It may be the dude that not
Eddie?
Steve, the other guy.
Eddie?
The other, no,
Or
not
Jonathan?
Eddie.
Jonathan.
Jonathan. Because Jonathan's gonna fucking realize that she loves Steve, and then he's gonna lose his
Ooh.
shit, and he's gonna be like,
Yeah,
you know
but they
what?
took his
Fuck you,
brother.
Steve.
They took his brother. All I know is
that's
I'm gonna
true.
now that you said it, I'm going to look at the trailer and see what is still in the trailer that we haven't seen yet.
Ooh, I might do that too.
That'll be a
That
cool
sounds like
breakdown.
fun.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
pretty
should we
cool
do
with
it
that.
now? Oh my god.
Let's do it.
Should we?
Yes.
Are they gonna claim it though? I don't know if they do that.
I don't think if you don't have volume.
If
The
you pause
second
and
to
talk
last
through-
one, they didn't even claim either. Anyways, Nina, I've got to jump off.
Okay, go.
I'm
Love
gonna
you.
get in touch with
Everyone-
you. I know we tried once before, but you're awesome. Your sister's awesome. Thank you.
Yes, nice talking to you guys. And thanks for having me. I enjoyed it.
It was great. Definitely
It was
see you for the
awesome.
part 2.
Yes, sounds good. See you guys.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Do you guys want to watch
Totally
that?
forgot I wasn't on my own channel just then. I'm like, yeah, I want to have you back on. It's what am I talking about?
Well,
God,
that's
I'm an
fine.
idiot.
You're talking about the Sunday show, and I am having her back on, so
Yeah,
that's fine.
her and her sister rock there.
Do we want to watch the
Yes.
trailer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
And if they
Let's see what
claim you,
happens.
all you do is if we were reviewing it. That's all I ever do. I win those all the time.
Yeah.
They're just a pain in the ass. I know.
It's just it's just annoying. But we can do it. It's fine. YouTube will have it, right?
Yep.
YouTube. What are you doing?
And they should have it.
Stranger Things. It would be like
Season 4 final
is the
trailer?
part 2 is a part 2
Well, I don't know if they
out
have a
yet,
part
like
2.
the trailer?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's
See.
a really good. I don't know.
Oh. Stranger Things season 4 volume 2 trailer. I don't know if this is real though.
We'll check it out.
There's a teaser. Okay, let's check out the teaser because it's official. It's from Netflix. All right, let's do it. Okay, here we go. I got it up here. I'm gonna react to this trailer.
All right, let's do this.
YouTube reacting to the trailer. Here we go.
Pause it every few seconds.
11. You have freed me.
Oh, so wait, he's already talking to her.
I mean, this is real footage, so.
He's already talking to her. 11, you have freed me.
What was that?
That was new.
Frig was that?
Wait, there was a scene with the kids.
Yeah, wearing like.
They're wearing like literal.
Are they wearing like Lord of the Rings armor?
Hold on, let me make sure this is on. Well, no, this is like kind of like, well, not Lord of the Rings, but it's like,
yeah,
you know,
D&D.
Yeah,
That's
D&D
Eddie and-
style.
oh,
clothes.
yeah.
Wait, were they in the Upside Down? They were. I think they were
Were
in
they?
the Upside Down. Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah,
there's like
stuff's floating. Yep,
melty.
yep, yep.
Oh, there's the
Oh,
thingy.
yeah.
So they're going down to help.
Are they in the trailer though? That is the trailer, right?
This is the trailer
Yeah,
with
okay.
the
bedding
sheets.
rope. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so hold on. Wait. Okay. There they go.
What the hell is that?
Ooh, wait, what is this? Is
What
this
is
a
this,
mind
smoke
flare?
monster?
Some sort of smoke monster thing? Okay, we saw
already
that
saw
part
that.
already.
Yeah, we saw that.
We know him. We know her.
Superhero drop.
Build up.
You can't stop this now.
Oh.
Wow, there's a lot of shit they're just throwing at you.
That was like a lot of
I
exposition.
might have to
there.
break this down. Yeah, holy crap.
Okay, so let's go back.
Yeah,
we
say
see
smart things so I can
something.
use it in my own video.
Okay, so we see this, and then okay, so she's like kind of is that
I
is
can't.
that
Is
her
that?
or is that Steve?
No, that's Steve. That's a dude in shorts.
No.
Oh, that's the
Sacrifice?
scene. No, that's the scene where
See
he's
when he
like
first goes in?
swimming into the.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, so that's from part 1. Okay, so this is new. This is Dustin and his gear.
Something blowing up.
He's fighting though. They're fighting stuff. Ooh, maybe he's gonna die. A shed
That's
is
Russia
exploding.
again?
Russia
Yeah, that already
probably.
happened, right? Yep. That's
There
new.
he is.
That's a new
I
explosion.
think that's a new explosion, or is
This
that the
one
same
is.
one?
No, because that looks like it's in the desert.
Yeah, and there's bodies,
Bodies,
everywhere.
right?
Okay, so
Nice,
that's
nice.
new. Okay, this is Steve and the lesbian chick and the other
Yep.
chick.
And Eddie, yep.
And then there's
I
this
love him.
dude. Love this dude.
He should get all the love for this season. He's been awesome.
Black kid
Oh,
looks
about to
scared.
die.
Uh-oh.
About to die.
About to die.
Black kid looks scared. This could be the
Oh,
end.
You know what? You won the championship with your final shot. You lived your life.
This
It's all
could be
downhill
the
from there.
end. This is the end.
No. Whose shadow is that?
Oh no. Yeah. Is this like the I don't know, but
That looks like a person. Not
it does. Okay,
you
so
think-
then
Do you think her friend that was in season 1, I know they already showed her like in her mind, but actually isn't dead? Like the one that died in
Marge?
Yeah.
No, she dead. No,
She
Marge
definitely
is dead.
dead?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
she dead. Unless she's like resurrected as
That's
like
what
a
I'm saying.
monster by the mind flare and is like a
That's what I'm
zombie
saying.
now. She
Yeah.
dead.
All right.
Ooh. Taking the brother actually makes him more susceptible to conversion, in my opinion. Ooh.
Yeah.
That could
Possible.
make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lost his brother once, doesn't want to lose him again.
There's the mind flare, or there's this fucker doing this
Yeah,
shit.
Vecna. I always screw up their
Vecna
names.
or whatever. I always mix up their name. I'm just not good at names.
Yeah, me either.
And then
You
okay,
know I know A Song of Ice and Fire like Game of Thrones, and I mess up their names all the time.
but yeah, but their names are hard. I don't
They
I
are.
don't blame you. Okay, so is there anything else?
Well,
no,
that was
that's it. Okay.
So there was some
Well,
new stuff. Okay.
it was a season 2
See,
teaser.
but there was still stuff, and it's
was
probably
quick.
in the same trailer, but like the original trailer had some stuff that we haven't seen yet, like the playing the guitar and stuff.
Okay, let's go back to that.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go watch
find
that. Why not? Just in case. Just for funsies.
Frenzies.
Let's go have some funsies. Okay, here we go. Official
trailer. Yep. month ago.
trailers. 3 minutes. Oh, wait.
135 likes, Nina. Good job.
My okay. I was like glitching out for a second. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the original. This is the original trailer for season 4.
Okay, that's the end of season 3.
Let me just turn that. Okay, there we go.
You've broken everything.
Okay, so yeah, we know this part. The clock is getting introduced now because we didn't know about it then. So now we do. New monster. We know who he is now.
Yep. Number 1. Billy.
Yeah, she's.
I love that
makes
scene.
sense because she's like, you know, we knew Billy was dead.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can even hear this.
It's turned out to be like the best episode that they started this.
Ever since you left,
trailer
everything's been
Is this the trailer?
a total disaster.
That's the girl
For a while, we tried to be happy,
shooting hoops.
normal.
Billy isn't dead. Yes, he is. He's dead, dude. He dead.
I thought he was going to come back too.
Billy isn't Vecna. Vecna is number 1.
Yeah, Vecna's number 1. Okay.
I relocated you guys far from Hawkins.
I know there's
The
stuff
music
we-
is still going to be claimed to this.
Oh yeah, you're totally getting claimed for the music. I mean, we don't need them talking. We just need to look at it. So
We just need the conversations.
okay.
Damn
that's-
music.
War is coming.
Okay, so there's the house.
Yeah.
We still haven't seen anything from part 2.
Yeah, I know there has to be a couple things. She was definitely right.
This was a cool scene, though.
I don't know how to say this other than just to say it.
Worst arrest ever. Freaking questioning a kid without a.
That was-
We haven't seen this, have we? Oh yeah.
Yep, we've seen this. We've seen the bats.
Yeah.
That
So is it only Eddie playing the guitar?
Okay.
Okay, this is like the end of the.
We've
last
seen
season.
this. We've seen this.
this show is
Alright.
shot so well.
It is
So
it really
well.
is. I mean, the CGI is
Put here for some other reason.
used
Okay.
to enhance.
Seen
I can
this.
still help.
That was a badass thing. Too.
That was
It's
so
the last
good.
thing I do.
You know, Jock and Agar could have killed that thing in a heartbeat.
By himself.
Yeah.
Seen this.
Seen this.
Oh my God! Look, like
What?
fucking.
We haven't seen that.
Wait, little 11 though.
Yeah, with
Look-
the blood in the eyes.
Oh God, that looks
It
terrible.
looks horrible. It
Okay,
doesn't
so
look
we haven't
real.
seen this.
Yes, right.
This we haven't seen.
It looks like she's in the house.
She's in the house, but
Yeah.
she's not in the upside
No.
down. So she's like probably, I don't know, she's
Like
looking for
searching
something.
for them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
another
looking
way
for
out. I
them.
don't know. She's the smart one.
We saw that one. We
Yeah.
saw this.
Not that.
Did we see the chopper scene?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either, but we do know
We
that the
did-
military's after them. So this
Yeah.
is the military scene, which would
That
make
dude
sense
broke. Yes.
because this is the desert and we
Yeah.
saw that explosion in the
Mhm.
desert
And
and the
don't-
teaser.
Right. And they also, don't forget, they tortured that guy and all he said was just make sure you don't hurt the girl. So the guy
That's
they kept
right.
putting in the box and
Mm.
stuff. So this is them coming
That was
after
the
Nina.
entrance.
Yes.
Now I remember because that was the entrance to where he took 11 to where
Yep.
the Nina project is. Because
Yep.
he's like, that's the entrance in the middle of the fucking desert. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like the Nina Project should be a new show of yours.
Yeah, I know. That's a great sounding show.
I know. I should just name
Oh
this.
my God.
Maybe we should just name this show that. This
That's-
should. This show on Sunday is gonna be called the Nina Project. From
That
now
is
on.
fantastic.
Oh my God, that's funny.
That is, you
the
needed a
Nina,
name, right?
The Nina Project featuring the panel.
Yeah. And if they hit you, go with the Nina Infinity Project.
The
But-
Nina Infinity
Yeah,
Project.
or
oh my
Nina
God.
infinity symbol project. I like it.
That's funny because didn't they have the infinity symbols? Oh no, that was another movie. I just saw another movie with Mark Wahlberg, by the way, and it was about like past lives and shit, and it was called Infinite. Did you see that movie, Jade? Oh my god, I just watched it. Did you?
You loved it?
I was dying the whole fucking
Nina
time.
has a whole show.
I'm like, is this movie was supposed to be for me? Okay, sorry, we just totally.
Is it
got
good?
off track.
It is. It's good.
It was good, but it was like, it was kind of like a B movie. Like it was just so like random but good. Like it was good, but it just like the dialogue was just so bad, and the technology made absolutely no sense.
It is
but it
Mark
was still
Wahlberg.
really fun. It was fun though. It was a fun
concept.
movie.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
we saw that. See,
Oh wait, we didn't see this. Okay,
this
you're
is
right.
What she was talking about. I mean, he's literally playing.
And
that's how they get her back.
He's in the upside
Who's
down.
Next? Is anybody
This
next
is.
to her? No.
This is this the dream world, do you think? Because this is.
No, either he's playing to get somebody back. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Or he's playing to confuse Vecna. Like they realize if we play music, it'll confuse him in his own world.
Right.
Something. That's a cool looking shot too.
That's a cool shot right here. Oh wait, there's somebody here
See,
too.
That's what I'm saying. There is somebody, right?
I think that's Jonathan.
No. Who is that?
Is that not Jonathan? I can't tell who that
I need
is.
to get all up in that shit.
This is a 242 if you guys want to pull it up for yourself so you can see. It kind of looks like Jonathan.
No, it's the kid. He's
wearing
wearing
is it?
something. He's wearing goggles and a shirt like over, or the goggles over like the shirt on his head or something. But I think it's the kid.
Okay. All
I
right.
forget his name.
Tearing the veil. All right. Well, this is definitely new.
Yeah.
That's a great shot.
Wait.
The mom.
The mom. Somebody's getting attacked.
Yeah.
Somebody's mom was getting attacked.
Well, that's the
This is the
cheerleader, but that's Mike's mom.
That's
Mike and
Mike's
his sister. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Mike's and the sister.
Yeah.
So somebody's getting attacked here.
Yeah.
Maybe by the military.
Would you think maybe finally people will believe them that this shit is really happening? There, he's dying.
Look at
right
this.
there.
He is
He's
about
so
to die.
dead.
He
is
did.
so dead.
Look at this.
I'm sorry, brother.
face.
Power to you, my man. But it's the 80s. You have to die.
Dead.
Yeah.
He
And your
so
ginger
many-
girlfriend ain't far behind.
Oh my god. There was 2 scenes of him like absolutely
Right.
terrified.
Yeah.
So we don't know. We
It's
don't know.
over.
He's gonna die. That looks like a basketball court.
Oh no. Okay,
Ooh.
hold on.
That?
Oh wait. Oh my
Ooh,
god, there's a
they have
fucking scene with her
weapons.
with a gun or some shit. Hold on.
Yeah, they have.
Okay.
they're-
So
they're
she's
loaded.
surviving that. You can tell because this is new.
So, are they in the? They're not in the upside down. She went to her house and got her gun. She had to, right?
She must have because
She's got,
this.
like,
So
tactical
there.
gear, though.
So she's definitely surviving that
Yeah.
dream state.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
great.
this
Yeah.
is new. She's got a gun.
Yep.
There he is. He's got fucking shit too. And I guess those kids, like they were like dressed up too.
Yeah.
So definitely they're making
They're
it
battling.
out of
This
that. At
is like
least
the
the
final
dream
battle.
sequence, they're
Yeah.
out of that. And
Well, I
the
think-
lesbian girl's there
So,
too.
do you think he sang to her while Eddie played the song on top of the roof, and that's how they got her out?
Or he doesn't necessarily need to do any of that. I mean, the guitar is just
Yeah.
powerful
Yeah.
in itself. So, I mean, I could see it just being the guitar.
That's true.
But
Watch it be like eruption or something from.
okay,
Van
hold
Halen.
on. Something big time is happening
Yeah,
here.
what
Oh
was
no,
that?
this is just her running through the.
Oh, that's right.
It's time.
It's tall.
I love the music.
Yeah, it's
music's
remixed too.
so
So
good.
someone said that before. I think E. Clay. It's remixed. So we.
Lots.
Ooh, you have lost. He says.
Well, I mean, if they were smart, it shouldn't end on a happy note this season, because if next season is your final season, this is your Empire Strikes Back.
Right.
You know, so it shouldn't be a victory. They should.
That's
actually
why I
lose.
said they're going to kill someone.
Yeah, and then
and
jump,
then
right?
like the main villain's gonna actually win or
Yeah.
something. Something
I could see
something
that
close
too.
to that. I could
I
see
like
I
it.
could see that going on. Because we're talking season finale of like literally 2 hours and a half, like all together, like 4 hours. Like that's pretty fucking crazy.
Insane. It's
All
gonna be
right.
good. It's gonna be good.
That
And
was
whoever
Dustin
said
beside
that
the
it wasn't a
speaker.
good
Okay.
season. Whoever said it wasn't a good season and it was slow, explain to me how, because I am confused by that. I think this was great.
I
I
don't
felt
know.
it was
I thought it was
perfectly
great.
paced.
Again, Eat Clay, there's only 2 episodes left. I think it's released July 1st. First episode is going to be an hour and a half long, and the second is 2.5 hours long. So that is the last 2 episodes of the season 4 part 2. I feel like, okay, you know what? Before we end the show, I also want to talk about the fact that I think is really interesting that Netflix decided to release the season in this method because, we've been talking about how usually like, Netflix releases the whole fucking thing, right?
Right.
And then we've been kind of arguing about this, episodic model versus like the not the binge model or whatever. They're kind of doing the best of both worlds here because it's like, oh, they have the full thing. They're not releasing the last 2. They're saving like the last bit for
a month too.
For 2 months, really, because it came out
half,
last month, and then it's like, okay, we're saving it all June, and then May and June basically.
So
I
think my favorite way of them doing it now is they release like 3 episodes, like the boys kind of did. Release 3 episodes, the first 3, and then episodic week to week. I think it's better. The binge model was great when it first came out, but it's not something you can sustain because you talk about this show. Like, you're right. They were smart to split it because you talk about this show for a week and then it's over. But yet, like Game of Thrones, no matter how good or bad House of the Dragon's is going to be, we'll talk about it week in, week out.
I'm kind of like, I gotta admit, I kind of like this because this kind of gives you the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
like, I like the binge model. Like, that's a personal decision. I like it. I understand that it's not good for business, but I like the binge model. I like binging things.
Oh,
but
so
I
for
can
me
wait for
personally,
2 months. Like, I can wait for 2 months to get like the rest,
Yeah.
So I feel like, okay, so you have the binge model, and then we can talk about it like this, and then be like, okay, so what's gonna happen in season or like the next part, like, and then have that conversation, and we're still keeping it relevant, and people are still catching up, and then listening to us talk about it, and then being like, oh, we should go and watch this season because it's good, and get prepared for part 2.
Are they releasing them both at the same time?
Yes.
Or is it, okay, which I would have loved is if they released the one and then a week later release the next, the finale.
Because
they're like a
they're
movie.
releasing it at the same time.
Yeah, I think
Let
so
me
too.
check.
But you are right. I do enjoy this. I wish they did a couple more episodes, like split, but I think they did for this season at least pick the perfect episode to stop and then wait on. If they did it earlier, they might have lost people.
What do you think, Jane? What do you think this model?
No, I agree. I prefer the binge model personally. I just want everything together. Let me watch it at my own pace. But I get it. They want it to be dragged out and create controversy and communication and all that and get people invested in the next episode. But that can be incredibly painful if the show sucks.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's true.
Just give
But
me
it could be.
just throw all those trash episodes together and put them out
But
there.
how
so we
amazing
watch.
is it when a show is good and one weekend and week out, you're like, dude, that episode
Can't wait.
was amazing. Like,
Yeah.
we just broke down how many episodes, and I felt like if we could have done, we really did episode 4 like really well, but we could have gone each of those episodes and really like picked out some amazing points and some issues. Like, I like that when I'm talking with you guys. As a person watching, I love binge.
Like
Oh my
Severance,
god,
too,
I
was
was
the
just
same
oh my
way.
god, I was just checking out what's gonna happen with like the whole like the episode 2, which I was right. I think they're both getting released at the same time.
Where'd Scott
But
go?
wait, where did Scott go? Did I just kick him out? Oh no, there he is. Okay, hold on. There he is.
I'm a
Okay.
boomer, baby.
But like, I just had to show you this because I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Apparently, this was a real fucking thing that Will's sexuality addressed.
What?
What?
Like, this is literally in the article about everything
The
we know
next
about
two-
Stranger
Are
Things,
you kidding
fa-
me?
like season 4, volume
What are they
2.
saying though? Is
Yeah,
And they're
please read
saying
it.
the Duffer Brothers have hinted that will open up about his sexuality, which drew interest in volume 1 and
No,
the
it
final 2 episodes of season 4. We have the story arcs that we have character arcs. Ross Duffer told TV Line how we structured the season we've released the first 2 arcs of the story. The final act, which is the last 2 episodes, resolves a lot of things, both character and story, and then some of it is also setting up for our final season.
They said nothing about his
So
sexuality.
They didn't really say
there.
anything.
They just said they set up character arcs. Like, these are people
So
that want
what
a
is
child.
this? A hint though? Is this a hint at like, oh, we're gonna say he's gay in the last part? Oh,
but
God.
no, that's people reading into what the Duffer Brothers said
Right.
and want children. Once again, children, they're supposed to be 14. Like, I understand there's gay 14-year-olds. Don't get me wrong. But they don't usually go after their straight best friend who's dating the girl they're
who's
living with.
clearly not gay. Yeah,
Clearly
like
not gay.
they're like, okay,
Like, that is
I gotta
stupid.
come out to ya.
Yeah.
But
Right. I can see him coming out to him, but if he even tries to make a pass at him, like, literally, I'm fucking stupid. It
by
knows
the way,
what he
I
should
have
say.
a feeling that the painting is gonna be of their group. I don't think it's gonna
I
be
think
of
so.
them.
Not
being
them on a
gay.
speeder with no
No.
shirts on?
Why
Okay.
is I just don't get the adult media trying to create this narrative around these characters. It would be one thing if something actually happens at some point, but they are obsessed
Ugh, it's
with this child's
gross.
sexuality. I'm just,
It's
I don't.
messed up.
What is wrong with you people?
It's
There's
messed
so
up.
much wrong with them. Did you see that fucking thing going around with that like
Dollar bill stripper thing?
Yes. And I was like, dude, I would
missed
have a
it.
problem with this if this was a straight person, let alone like
Not-
this
like,
ish going on.
It,
But it's like-
Was
messed
that the
up.
elementary school strip?
Yeah.
No, look at,
No,
No,
well,
it was like a
yes,
party.
but no, it was like a
party.
fucking party at a bar, and they had like
Um,
people go there with their kids.
Lady
and-
Gravemaster on Twitter.
There's
Check
so-
out Lady
there-
Gravemaster.
There have been so many instances of this though. Like there was one where they went to a school, and there was another one where they went to like
Oh yeah, the teacher.
a
Didn't the
get
teacher?
together or something,
Yeah.
gathering.
Yeah.
Like why do you want to strip in front
For a
of children?
child.
Ugh,
A
it's
drag
so gross.
queen, whatever that
It makes
is,
me
in
gross.
front
It
of
makes me
children.
sick. I
But
don't
that's the
care if
thing.
that
That's what
was
I'm
a
saying.
woman.
I don't exactly. I don't care if it was a straight woman. Like, don't do that in front of kids. I think it's fucking gross. Like,
It's insane.
This-
It's
that-
not,
but the
it's
sexual-
not just gross. It's child abuse and it's sexual abuse
it's
of a
grooming.
child.
It's
really
true. And I think it goes a line with what you're saying though, Jane, because you're like, I don't get what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. Like, and that's why it's really fucking gross.
I'm
'cause
putting
it's
the
like,
link for your people in the chat too.
And
So they
but
can
what
see
are the
it.
parents? Like,
Thanks.
I don't get the parents.
The
Like,
parents
what
are losers.
what are these parents these days?
Like, they rather look cool for the Smiths
Virtue
next
signal.
door,
Yeah.
than their own child. Like, I'm
Like
sorry.
everybody has to have a token trans child now.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
what
I'm
God,
not-
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the dad you would think I am. I'm pretty old-fashioned, strict dad. Like, because my kids aren't my friends. They're my children, and when
Bigot.
they're 30, they'll be my friends. But until then, they're my kids, and I'm a bigot. Yeah.
Oh my God.
kid's
Yeah,
gonna die.
I saw it. I posted. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No.
It's
I
so
didn't see
wrong.
this
I'm
picture,
sorry.
but I saw like the video and I was
It's
like,
so wrong. Well, they have the show now that's called Generation Drag, where 12-year-old drag queens, go on. It's like a game show where they fight
What?
to see who's the best 12-year-old drag queen
What?
with their
if you guys want to be deeply disturbed, like more than watching Stranger Things, go check out the link fucking Scott posted in the chat. Anyways,
Yeah.
let's end
Well,
the
I
show.
put it in the chat,
This is
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to join me today. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram. All the links are in the description. On tomorrow, I'll be releasing the review. Hopefully, I'll be releasing a review for my RRR spoiler-free review. And hopefully, we'll talk about it at some point as well. It'll be good. And check out me tomorrow night on Midnight's Edge on Toxic Femininity. So thank you again
What
to
time
my
does that start?
panel. 7 Eastern. No,
No, I thought you guys were later.
8 Eastern or 7 Eastern. I forget.
All right.
I think we're 7 Eastern now. Right,
Okay.
Jane? I don't know. I don't remember.
Go watch
7
the women.
Eastern.
You watch my stream after the fact. 'Cause
I'm
they're
pretty
way
sure it's,
better.
I'm pretty sure it's 7 Eastern. So there you go. But I'll announce it on Twitter either way. So come and join us with Lorena Creole Tom, and everyone. So yeah, thank you again. And everyone who super chatted, you guys are super awesome. Thank you for the memberships, member chats, all that good stuff. And just if you were hanging out in the chat, thank you. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
This is for you, Teresa. Naked Tom
Teresa.
Hiddleston.
I'm so sorry.
I'll survive.
I don't doubt it. You're an excellent specimen. I thought you were empty.
I just moved in.
I'm Charlotte.